they know they was going to continue. So
I'm gonna put the steak in the bag. It's crazy.
Motino.
bag. Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, children, boys and girls, whoever's watching, thank you all for coming. No Name Wrestling Podcast again, tuning in. Today we're going to be doing just some Crown Jewel recap, talking about a little bit of the future, about what we see going down and everything. A little bit of what happened on the show as well. As always, you already know who's here. The usual guest, as always. G, I'm gonna let you, before I say what I gotta say, because I gotta say something too. You said you had a question, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, Adam. I just had a question for Jade because he is an avid CM Punk hater. He is not shy about it.
Yeah.
He is not apologetic about it.
I'm a professional. Yeah.
Professional is crazy.
So, as the leader of the CM Punk I Can't Stand His Guts Club,
Yes, sir.
how do you feel? Like, will you actually give him credit for being straight edge?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Or do you think it's
That's a random ass question.
I mean,
No,
but-
you weren't here at the beginning, Nate. That's why I'm asking. I just want to know because I want to know how the level of depth your hate goes.
Listen, I'm as close to straight edge as you can get without actually being straight edge. I've never taken a hit, puff, drag of a drug. Never puffed a cigarette. I get drunk once every 2 to 3 years. So I'm as close to straight edge as you can get. So that part of it, yeah. But it got to a point though, especially late in his WWE career, where the first run, where he'd come out to wrestle and he'd just be run ragged, and I'd be like, God damn, Punk, like take an Advil, bro. Just do something. But yeah, no, that part of it, no, I can't say anything disrespectful about CM. But now I will say, as long as his brittle bones keep falling apart on him, maybe he wants to pop an ibuprofen every once in a while. But no, I can't hold him accountable for that.
He's been fine. He just went through a hell in a cell. You know what I'm saying? He went through a war. So.
Yeah. And now he'll be back in 3 to 4 years.
That's crazy. Also, but happy belated Halloween for everybody in the chat. I know so we are 3 days past Halloween, but hope y'all had a good Halloween. Hope y'all enjoyed the holidays.
What's wrong with Halloween?
I'm not gonna lie, we can skip that
Halloween. What the fuck?
What?
We can skip that Halloween stuff and get straight to Christmas. I'm not gonna hold you.
Like you didn't see my picture, bro. You didn't see my CM Punk picture, bro.
I did. Hey, and it was fire, Nate. Shout out you.
You ain't like Halloween growing up, bro?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I was always ready for Christmas, bro. That Halloween
what?
stuff.
That's crazy.
Always ready for Christmas.
Yeah.
You're wild, bro.
I'm blaming.
Childhood born.
The best thing about Halloween is the fact that November 1st is Christmas season. That's the best thing about Halloween.
Thanksgiving, bro. Come on.
You gotta say, can we get past Thanksgiving first, bro? Jesus,
I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie.
Damn.
Thanksgiving, you can.
Do you like anything? Bro?
I will say though, with Halloween and I want to preface this to you by saying, don't take this the wrong way, because you and I both know what you've gone through family wise, right? But I will say, I was like you before I had a kid. When you have a kid, it changes. You feel different about Halloween.
Halloween is dope, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna find that out this year.
Sometimes, I mean, as I got older, some of my friends, like when we had school and stuff, we would just meet up. Like we got candy stuff, but we would just meet up and just hang out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just all the kids gonna be in the neighborhood, so you can just see whoever. You feel me? Like,
and there's
two
things that I hate. I hate standing around in big groups of people, and I hate standing in line. And these fucking trunk or treats, that's all you do. And yet I do it because my kid.
What was your son this year for Halloween?
He was Venom, which was pretty cool.
Okay.
Got a Venom costume.
Man,
he watched the movie for the first time.
The only reason I dressed up this weekend is because of my first Halloween as a teacher, and since I teach 6th graders, we just won the district championship. Shout out 8th grade Lockhart Lions.
Respect.
We just won the district championship, so I said if we win the championship, I'll dress up. So I dressed up like an old lady. Your favorite grandma, your favorite auntie. Had the pink robe and everything. It was lit.
When you wear it on screen,
So the soul, bro.
Yeah.
With the dress on.
Cat Williams watching, bro. Be careful. Cat Williams.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're cooked at that point.
I didn't even think about that. Okay.
G did he?
This man,
this
man dressed up as Medea, bro.
I took the robe off at the time though, because it was hot in my
Big
class.
mama, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy.
My younger brother.
No. Wait. He said a dress, not a robe. He said a dress, not a robe. I'm good.
I guess.
My younger brother dressed us, so when we were like 10 or 11, he dressed up as an old lady for Halloween. But he wore like a big blue white spotted dress. He wore balloons for his knockers. He had like the gray curled wig. He put makeup on. He went the full bit.
Sound like golden. Dust,
it was crazy.
Golden dust.
Like golden
Golden dust.
Somebody said, "Why do you hate CM Punk?" Yeah, Jay's kind of already explained why I hate CM Punk.
Yeah,
the fans
been
that
through
make him
this.
hate CM Punk more than anything.
Yeah, it's the CM Punk following that has caused me to despise CM Punk.
Not everybody, but just certain people that just
Not everybody.
What the fuck I do?
I'm kidding.
I was just trying to be,
I know. I'm kidding. Goddamn.
All right,
CM Punk.
I'm kidding. It's like it's like 35% character at this point, to be honest. But there are things about the CM Punk legend that I'll get into that another day because I've done it before. But
ain't nobody like a G party.
G Mama.
Wow.
Snappy, your turn to get cooked in the cat. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Wow.
Like I said, that direction. Anyway, Crown Jewel, fellas. Overall, we'll talk about aspects of the show, what we didn't like,
championships,
the future of, I guess,
right.
Rocky Dennis titles.
Oh man.
What is it? Oh, you talking about the Crown Jewel title?
The Rocky Dennis championship.
That
aren't even coming to the United States, by the way. So
which is a good thing.
That was worth.
Which is a good thing.
It shouldn't be a consistent.
Hey,
big ass championships, the big old belts.
Sure, y'all saw the whole show, the ending, but they were celebrating like a Super Bowl over there. Remember that pyro? Crazy pyro budget.
I did think it was kind of weird that when and of course they brought Liv out at the end, but it was kind of weird that when Liv got her Rocky Dennis title, it was just Triple H, and then when Cody Rhodes got his, they brought out the entire royal cabinet of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
I mean, in fairness, Liv Morgan is still a heel, so
yeah.
I think they said that for the end though because I don't
they got more pyro than Mania 40, bro.
They're god awful. I hate how they look. I hate the point of them. They're gaudy as fuck. I hate that it's a title that look at this big expensive title with 23 karat gold fucking diamond rhyme, blah blah blah. But let's just leave it in Saudi Arabia where we're never gonna see it. It's complete bullshit. The matches were good. If you wanted to do champion versus champion, I'm all for it. I had a good time with it. It was excellent. Cody and Gunther was old school as fuck, and I loved it. But yeah, those ugly ass titles. I'm just ready to
so overall though, I mean the show, I thought the show was okay. Like I said, the ending was what it was. They probably spent more money on them titles than they did in their own titles. In the United States, I ain't gonna lie to you. Championships.
How do y'all feel?
A couple mil.
How do y'all feel? And it's probably super, super nitpicky. But how do you feel that Gunther and Cody Rhodes were the main event?
As it should have been.
As they should have been.
Yeah.
I would have been kind of pissed off with the Bloodline main event.
Plus, Roman probably didn't mind getting to leave early. He's probably got his own private jet and all that shit. So
ready to go.
I mean, if you do a title versus title match like that, I mean, these are two. If you're trying to present this as something important, I mean, how else do you not have it in the main event?
Plus, the number one important thing with these Saudi shows is making the crowd go happy. So if you knew that Solo was going to pin Roman and you knew Cody was going to win, then you send the crowd home happy by having Cody beat Gunther. Plus, you get that big moment of Cody with all the royal fucking whatever cabinet members in the ring, and that's how they wanted to do it. So that's how they did it. The one thing I will say about the Saudi shows overall is that I'm glad they feel less like a glorified house show, because that used to be all they were.
They got
having these champion versus champion matches, having U.S. title matches. That triple threat was the match of the night, by the way. I don't care what you say. That match was awesome. It makes it feel when I watch Crown Jewel now, even though I still have to put aside my feelings of working with fucking Saudi Arabia in the first place, which we won't get into on this show. If I put that aside and I just focus on the wrestling part of it, it feels like I'm just watching a wrestling show, which is great, because it used to feel like I was just watching a $1 billion house show. So
100%.
Yeah, those Crown Jewel shows used to be cursed in the beginning. They got better towards like 2021-ish. They used to be a lot of bad moments. Excuse me. Yeah, a lot of
WrestleMania, bro.
A lot of bad aspects. Or Brock Lesnar and Goldberg.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that was their WrestleMania, bro.
Yep.
Every time, every fucking time, bro.
Saudi checks must
man.
Crazy. They got to be looking at it because they got Shawn Michaels coming.
Bro, the fact that Shawn got so many offers to come out of retirement for so many dream matches, and they're like, you know what? We'll give you enough Saudi money. Come on. You got this.
Yeah,
like what type of?
So I want to say something. And I want to see how everybody feels about it, because I know some people are going to disagree. Some people might disagree. But I think it's time that we honestly start having a real conversation about Cody Rhodes being the best in the world right now. I'm not even kidding.
I've seen you say it.
Could be.
I have one question
in the world. And I'm not even saying just in ring wise, but when you look at the total package, when you look at his presentation, when you look at his star power, the matches that he's been having all year, the stories that he's been a part of, the moments that he's been a part of as well in wrestling and everything. Despite how people may feel about him, his character, I honestly don't care at this point. Like, you could legit make an argument that he is like the best in the world, and he could honestly be the face of the WWE. Like, he's there, bro. Like,
is he not the
He
face
is.
of the WWE?
Yeah, he is.
well, I mean, it's between him and Roman, but like, there's an argument for Roman still. But I'm saying, like, if somebody were to say it was Cody Rhodes, like, because before I think we were always saying like, it's still Roman, but like, if somebody were to be like, now it's Cody Rhodes, I
think it's been Cody Rhodes since he won. That's the moment he became the face.
It's been kind of because we didn't know how Roman was going to come back, and then when Roman came back at first at summer, it was kind of like, you know, that presentation was still.
I feel like when he came back, it was just, yay, he's back, and yes, he's still Roman Reigns,
right?
But it's Cody's company now.
But now
Cody's the one carrying the logo.
This man beat Roman and Gunther in the same year, bro. Like, nobody can. They can't. It's undeniable at this point. I feel like people who just denied are either just strong bloodline fans who just pick one side, or just people who just prey on Cody's downfall at this point. That's really how I feel about it. Because consistently, he's been great. He's been great all year. Like, all year, he's literally been like the top guy. Like, and I guess you could say he's kind of been at that level, because even last year he didn't have the championship, but he was still consistent, you know, like with matches and stuff like that. But he just didn't have the title. But going into that match, like, you know, I thought Gunther was going to win. I'm like, oh, probably Kevin Owens interference and everything. And they had Gunther lose in a good way, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, what that told me was like, no, they're telling me at least Cody Rhodes is the guy now. Like, that's how I felt after I saw that.
I don't think there's anybody in WWE who tops Cody. I think Cody is like way up here at number 1. Roman is a little bit down at number 2. I think Jey Uso is coming up the list, because every week his match quality gets better. There's no one who's more over with the crowd. So Jey Uso is working his way up the list, in my opinion. Gunther is obviously up there in the top 3 as well.
Yeah.
There's going to be art. The only thing I will say, because I completely agree with you, Malik, so I'm not going to argue your point, but let me just get ahead of an argument that I know is going to be in chat and in the comments as this video gets into streaming. People are going to start throwing out names like Ospreay, like Danielson, and those are valid performers. But let me just say, when we're talking about the best in the world, you have to take into account the number of eyes that they bring to what they do. And the fact that Ospreay and Danielson and whatever name you want to throw out there, MJF, Adam Cole, whoever, wrestle in AEW, which, all joking and all possible trolling aside, you look at the crowd sizes of AEW, you look at their pay-per-view buy rates, they are not competing with WWE in any way, shape, or form. It is WWE way up here and AEW way down here. There's no competition. So I feel like because they wrestle in such a relatively small market, it's kind of like if the Yankees were playing the Rays or something. That's kind of what it feels like. And I just don't think there's a comparison. So if you're asking me to compare the guy at the top of AEW and the guy at the top of WWE, there's such a wide window there, and I don't think it's anywhere close. But I have no argument. Cody Rhodes right now, right this second, is the best in the world. No question. Especially now that he's beaten Gunther, and he beat him clean, because I think that was one of the interesting things about this match. And I think now that Cody has the clean win over Gunther and they shook hands and all that at the end, I think it's pretty concrete now that Cody is the best in the world, at least for now.
There's only 2 people in AEW that I feel like have ever or will ever come close: Kenny Omega and MJF. Those are, well, obviously when CM Punk was there, but he's not anymore. As far as like drawing ratings and all that stuff, like when he was talking about eyes bring it to the company, not like their quality, like just eyes bring it to the company. Right. Kenny Omega and MJF are the only 2 that have ever or will ever come close to what Cody has done. And I mean, possibly no one's ever going to come close to Roman, the way he brought that shit out the mud from COVID.
Nobody.
But you know what I mean? Those are the only 2 that you could even remotely. It's like I'll entertain and listen to your argument points. Everybody else, stop talking. But them 2 is the only people that would ever come close.
When I'm talking about the best in the world, I'm not just talking about when people say best wrestler. I think a lot of people always interpret you're just talking about like their wrestling ability, like just what they can do in the ring. But it takes more to me. I'm looking at the whole package. I'm looking at what your presentation is like, you know, what you bring to the table as far as your draw power, you know, the promo storytelling, all that stuff. And some people may not like Cody's character, they may not like his presentation and stuff, and that's fine because the type of babyface that he is doesn't appeal to everybody. I get that, but I strictly feel that the only people that truly try to deny what Cody Rhodes is doing right now are either just strong bloodline fans or people who just don't like Cody. They just refuse to accept anything that he does is good at this point. So Cody Rhodes he's been doing the damn thing, bro, which is great to say. 10 years ago, nobody would ever think it was Stardust 10 years ago, bro. Like, look what he was 10 years ago to where he is now, bro. Like, nobody was 10 years ago. We were talking about Cody Rhodes being world champion. It's like, that was dead. Anybody talking about that? Like, I didn't care about Cody Rhodes 10 years ago. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was there, but I'm like, you know, he's jobber. You know what I'm saying? 10 years now, bro. Like, I gotta give respect, bro. He doing the damn thing, bro. He doing the damn thing, man.
And only person I'll argue over.
Go ahead.
Only person I'll argue over, and who I will still say because I'm just a fan, is Gunther. That's the only person, even though he beat him, I don't care. But I won't argue Cody Rhodes being number one. But I'm always going to say Gunther. I'm going to say Gunther till he drops the damn title.
I will say to that point and to Malik's point, I still have Gunther as the best technical wrestler in the world, best in-ring performer. Gunther's still number one. I still have Seth Rollins at number 2, and I have Ospreay at number 3. That's my top 3. But yeah, technical wrestlers definitely different. Cody's maybe not even top 5. Maybe he's definitely top 10.
He's good, but he's not.
He's good, not tremendous. He's not world changing. Gunther is world changing. Rollins is world changing. Ospreay can be world changing if he has the right opponent. But yeah, it's a different conversation.
Yeah, I mean, like, belt to belt in ring wise, Gunther, I still think is number one. I mean, just for the fact you could put him in the ring with anybody, he could put on a good match. You know what I mean?
For me, it was Danielson until he retired. I still have
right. Yeah, no, and I'm taking that into account that he's
cool too. But like when you separate everything, like Gunther just doesn't have the star power that Cody has. You know what I mean? He doesn't have the presentation, the aura of what Cody Rhodes brings to the table, and the fact that honestly, bro, if you look at his
flowers, goddamn.
And it's the fact that if you look at Cody's resume, like in the last 2 years, and for some, I don't know how, for him to be able to keep the majority of the audience on his side, though, without switching sides, without changing, like.
Someone said Finn Balor's top 5. Top 5 what?
Oh. They didn't even spell it right. That's
top 5 what?
He couldn't even spell it right.
Top 5.
Anyway.
Best players.
That's what I was saying. If you look at, because we always talk about the typical, white meat baby face, like how it's very hard for that to appeal to a certain audience and get over. But like, it's not like they haven't been pushing Cody Rhodes the last 2 years.
He's been doing that shit for almost 3 years, and it's still gaining momentum.
In the last, I gave a stat in the chat yesterday, but in the last 2 years, he's beaten Seth Rollins at 3 straight pay-per-views. Even did it with the torn pec and a Hell in a Cell. He's won 2 back-to-back Royal Rumbles, which hadn't been done in 26 years. He's main evented 3 WrestleManias already, ended the reign of Roman Reigns, and he's also beaten Gunther. 2 guys, mind you, in the same year he's beaten who don't lose much. He's been WWE champion for he's probably gonna crack a 365-day, like G been saying, like he's gonna crack that 365 as champion. So he's been pushed.
WrestleMania is not till 20th of April, so he's cracking that 365
for sure.
Oh yeah, facts. And then,
it's late April now. It's not early April.
No, it's
19th and 20th.
It's mid-April.
420 WrestleMania, bro.
I got something I was gonna bring up later, but now that I know that information, it just confirms it. But go ahead.
So don't forget, Cody also took 2 of 3 from Brock Lesnar and had a tag team title reign thrown in too. So
and look at all that combined, the 2 back-to-back Royal Rumbles, the 3 WrestleMania main events, him sweeping Rollins with the torn pec even in the last match, and then Roman's reign pinning Gunther. He's only lost 5 matches in 2 years. That's the craziest stat to me. 5 matches in 2 years is crazy. And most people, I just feel like most people in that position, the fans would have already been tired of it, you know, especially with the type of gimmick that Cody, you know, has been portraying and everything. So I guess we'll see how long they can do it. I mean, because eventually I do think he'll probably turn heel, which maybe it may honestly be even better for him for the long run. But
no, he will not. Heel Cody.
But we've said on this podcast, run it till the brakes fall off. Like don't panic and change just because you get a little bit of booze at a house show or whatever. Like until that crowd 100% turns on him, you got to run this.
So we see that Cena. That 06, 07 Cena.
The fan turn is coming. The turn is coming, bro. It
would have
happened already.
Right.
It would have happened already. I'm sorry. At this point, the only way fans turn on him is if he turns heel. Not gonna lie.
Well, for me, when
hold on, you got somebody coming in real quick. Hold on, there's no way a Bret Hart fan is trying to disrespect Prince Balor and Andrade and Melo into the top 10. Solo is amazing. Oh, this guy's going crazy.
First of all,
who said Andrade and Carmelo and what?
Second, saying Finn Balor's top 5 in the world is a symptom of drug use. So get off my ass.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Said go to rehab, boy.
Y'all ain't never heard me say it, so don't come.
Y'all remember that?
Right, exactly, G. Exactly.
Y'all remember that episode of First Take
like,
where Stephen A. said he was talking about the Clippers acquisitions, and he was like, they signed Lamar Odom. Who was on crack? That's what that reminds me of.
I mean, I said before that I always felt Cody Rhodes was the anomaly when it came to baby faces. And I've changed it as of late to say, no, he's just revived the traditional babyface. If you notice across the board, Io Sky still getting cheers and they not doing nothing. If Lyra comes out, she get cheers, they not doing nothing. Right. A lot of these baby faces, the crowd is more like traditional cheer babyface boo heel. Like they don't really. There's not much indifference until Pure Fusion Collectives comes on the screen. Then okay, sure.
All right, bro.
But
Street Profits too. Unfortunately, it was.
I can't
believe we're at that point, bro.
Street Profits rock bottom.
Bro, literally, yeah, I saw what Montez said, and I was gonna make a video on it later.
See what they can do.
Jay, to your point, it was like a couple months ago, but it was the Street Profits versus Pretty Deadly. And the Street Profits came out to nothing.
That was this past Friday. Yeah, it was terrible.
No. I'm talking. No, this is before this past Friday because they kind of got a little bit more like reactions when they were doing the stuff with
You donate money for
you're donating money to get cooked. Okay, so I never said Finn Balor couldn't work. Okay, those words never came out of my mouth. Finn Balor can absolutely work. He's a great professional wrestler. He's not top 5. If we're talking about presentation. He's not top 10 in his own company. Maybe on his own brand. Okay. If we're talking about in-ring performers, there's at least top 10 better. Stop sending money to get cooked. That's all I'm saying.
Put that on chat. Put that on chat. Put that up again. Put that up again, Malik. Put that up again.
Y'all can continue.
He said, name a wrestler Balor can't work with. Name a wrestler Balor can beat. Can we do that? Can we just do that?
That's crazy.
Dominic gotta win before Finn. Fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Nah, Dominic did get a win. That's crazy.
He did, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Is this your burner, bro? Is this your cousin or something?
I love Finn Balor.
He said, I don't associate with this.
I ain't say nothing about no top 5. I just said if you build him right. All I said was he's gonna win the feud. That's all I said. That's all I said. I said he's gonna win the feud. Anyway,
someone say doing spin jitsu.
Whoa. Chill. Anyways,
that's crazy.
What I was gonna say was, Jay, to your point,
your support. G. You looking for your support?
I ain't want that merch. You ain't got to drag. You ain't got to drag the support. But
someone said he ain't better presented than him.
Overall,
that's crazy.
Go ahead, G. Go ahead.
I'm listening, G.
Yeah, it's I look at baby faces overall, and even the lower end ones, like the lower mid carders, the almost jobbers, they'll get a reaction. Yeah. Like the fan does not turn, and I think it's because of Cody. Like he's for sure the reason why baby faces. He brought back the traditional white meat baby face, and everybody can cheer and applaud. Like he brought that back, and I feel like. I mean, there's a lot of baby faces that turned heel, and it was great for the story. But like Chad Gable could have still been a super mega baby face. It took a minute for DIY, but they're over super mega baby faces right now.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it called? Tiffany Stratton, the heel, is cheered every time like a mega baby face, every time, right? So I just think Cody Rhodes has. If it wasn't for Cody Rhodes, I do not know if we would be able to build baby faces anymore. That's how I feel.
I think it's more so what helps Cody is his journey, his story. For him not being the original chosen one. Like we all know, he wasn't the first option. He wasn't somebody who was supposed to be the WrestleMania main event guy. He wasn't supposed to be the WWE champion. Like he was a jobber. Like legit. Like he was nobody, bro. Like at one point.
Wow.
Damn.
He said I didn't answer his question. What are you talking about?
That's because the question was asinine. Let's move on.
Was stupid.
This is a stupid.
Nobody said he couldn't work, nigga. He just can't win. And that's his problem.
Done. We're done. He's done. I hope you're done sending money, bro.
Finn Balor is cooked, bro. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate, but
nigga couldn't even
great
beat
wrestler.
50-year-old Edge, bro. Fuck out of here.
And somebody said if he had the right booking, that's the main. That's
every wrestler ever. That's every wrestler ever. You didn't prove shit.
Just to close the loop on this conversation we were having, Roman Reigns said for years in interviews when he was going through what he was going through as a babyface. He said for years, I don't care if you cheer me, I don't care if you boo me, just don't sit there and not say anything. And there are, I think, 3 acts, maybe 4, that are not getting cheered and they're not getting booed. And I think they need to cut it now. The fucking what's their fucking name? Fucking Baszler and
the Pure Fusion Collective.
I love Baszler. I love Zoe. They are not getting a single reaction. They need to change it. The Street Profits, again, the big problem was they should have turned heel a year and a half ago with Bobby Lashley.
Yeah,
that shit didn't happen.
Gee, get your friend.
And then fucking Karrion Kross's group. Now, maybe this war with the Wyatt Six is just what they need.
I'm not gonna lie, Karrion Kross gonna get interesting.
No. I'm not gonna lie.
The stuff with the Miz is hilarious.
Hey, I'm not gonna
lie.
lie. The Final Testament has been.
Hold on, I want to hear.
Okay. We're not going with the whole Final Testament. Okay, AOP just kind of there for being real. Scarlett's cool.
Karrion Kross
Paul Ellering is a legend. Paul Ellering is a legend. We'll give him that. Karrion, he got some comedic chops. I respect it. That's what I'm gonna say.
Karrion Kross right now, honestly, he's making his character have meaning. Like, even though he may not win matches and stuff, everybody that he's feuded with has done something afterwards. So he's making his character have purpose.
More. You donated your money to
I've been saying this. Karrion Kross is the heel maker.
He just wasn't interesting.
He's still boring.
Drew, I think, was the one that took the longest to turn heel. But he turned heel. Miz turned heel.
AJ.
Who else? AJ. Shinsuke turned heel. And Xavier Woods is damn near heel. He just ripped Rey Mysterio's mask off. You said who?
Yeah. Did you guys
Ray
see
with the sun on WrestleMania?
See on Twitter where he said he found the Miz and it was an action figure at Walmart?
That was funny.
That shit was funny.
You funny on social media. I'll say that.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie.
He got some good Twitter fingers.
Nah, he definitely he's starting to add like things where I'm like, come on.
There's layers, and that's the thing.
Yeah, let's stop hating on this nigga now. Like, come on.
He added some elements that's making it interesting. I'm not gonna cap. He making it a little interesting. So, I mean, I don't think they'll ever be able to get him back to when he used to be when he was that dominant force.
He said in an interview. He said in an interview with CVV, who
I seen it. Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, he basically like, I'm not going back bald because the way I was presented when I was bald, I was dominant. Yeah. That's not me right now. So like, if I go back to that, that's what you're gonna expect. If you don't get it,
that's what we want.
Then that Lord, but like Triple H, look, at this point, I think Triple H has made up his mind. Like, I think he tried to like, I want my NXT guys back. Then he brought back Hit Row and they didn't do nothing. So I think some of his failures. I mean, shoot, Indy's gone, Tegan is gone.
Baron Corbin, hold on. That's right. Baron, oh my God. I think Baron Corbin, and I'm sorry to just randomly change the subject like this.
No, you good.
But I am passionate about this. Baron Corbin, obviously he went through the phase where no one wanted him around. That was not his fault. It was the booking, the fucking Constable Corbin. That was not his fault. Even as Constable Corbin, even though the character was irritating as hell, he was still having decent matches. Baron Corbin, I think, might go down as one of the biggest missed opportunities WWE ever had. Because I think that dude had every especially if they would have, the fucking bum-ass Corbin stuff was silly, right? But if
good.
If I thought they were going to build it up towards a redemption storyline, but instead they built it up to Happy Corbin and just had another fucking Constable situation on our hands. No one wanted that character. He got no reaction. If they had properly built up bum-ass Corbin into a redemption babyface, he could have stolen the show, but they didn't. And then they send him down to NXT where he does the best work of his career. And in the middle of the best work of his career, they call him up and do what? Nothing. Yeah. Baron Corbin's going to go down as one of the biggest.
He's had two great opportunities for redemption stories: the bum-ass Corbin, and then the call up back from NXT. You literally could have had him chase the U.S. title, bro.
The problem with Corbin, he was cooked after that Money in the Bank cash in. And then after literally 5 days later, losing.
Well, that was a punishment because he got in trouble during the.
Which was so stupid.
Because he spoke up about concussion information.
Well, yeah. So what happened was I guess.
Bro spoke his mind.
The way he did it though, like they had brought in somebody to come speak, and the way he was going at the nigga, like even though you can agree with what he was saying or not, in fairness, there is a way to handle that. And so Vince was like, yo, you can't just be talking crazy like that. You're punished. Like, and Baron Corbin wasn't no like elite nigga at this point to get away with that either. So like it was dumb, but like at the same time,
man, he had a lot of phases through his career. Man, he had Lone Wolf Corbin, he had Constable Corbin, King Corbin, Happy Corbin. I mean, they've had a lot of opportunities, to do something special with him. My main issue is when he went down to NXT, revived himself, came up. I felt like he could have been extremely beneficial to SmackDown's mid-card division. Like, he just came up as a babyface. He would have been much better as a heel. I even feel like he would have been a nice little filler feud for Cody. Like, obviously, he wouldn't have beat Cody for the title, but that would have been a nice little filler feud for Cody to be a part of. They would have got some good matches out of it and everything. Like, that could have been something right there to fill in for, like, the summer or, like, whenever you needed him to do something to kind of separate him from the bloodline or something like that. Like, they could have did something with Corbin, but they put him in a tag team back with Apollo Crews, and he didn't need to be a part of a tag team again, especially after coming off the Wolf Dogs in NXT with Braun Breaker. Like, I feel like Baron Corbin was somebody that was always in weird positions that could have been used a lot better, but honestly, I feel like he could thrive a lot more outside of WWE now, especially with how the companies are, like in New Japan, TNA. Like, you see what Dolph Ziggler does in TNA. Like, Baron Corbin in TNA could easily be the world champion. You know what I mean? Like, he could do great things over there. So, and the same with Indy Hartwell and stuff like that too. I felt bad for her because she never even got to really prove what she could really do. They put the NXT title on her. She got hurt, gave up the title, and literally they called her up to the roster, and they ain't done up with her since. So, like, she never even got to see what she could do as champion. So, I feel like, they have a lot of WWE always has positions, I guess, where you could say they always have a lot of missed opportunities with certain superstars. But, Baron Corbin, I feel like is somebody that it's just probably best for him to separate from WWE now because he honestly could just thrive more outside of WWE.
Maybe, but
they clearly weren't going to do nothing with him. He's been sitting backstage doing nothing on SmackDown.
Yeah, there's something about his build and his persona though that just feels he just screams WWE to me. Is the thing I don't think he's going to be any more successful anywhere else than he could have been in WWE, and it's just a damn shame that it was a combination of things, timing, obviously. He, along with a lot of other people, suffered from existing at the same time as the trio of Roman, Seth, and Brock. There's a lot of people that suffered because of that. And Cena was still in his prime when he came up as well. So not entirely his fault, but damn, I'm a big fan of Baron Corbin, always have been. So it just sucks.
Corbin's dope. I like it.
I mean, I do feel you, Jade, what you said, like maybe if he goes to TNA, because even though I think TNA got some guys, they're not on the level popularity wise as AEW to like really just rely on their top guys in their mind. So like a Baron Corbin would come in and immediately help, right? Even though we could say what we want about Nick Nemeth, him coming in immediately helped, like one way or another, immediately helped. AEW on the other hand, because their top guys are people that, like, bluntly stated, AEW is inception is because of their top guys and how popular they were, right? It's kind of hard to, like, I feel like if Baron Corbin went over there, like, he's not, because he doesn't have, like, the Bobby Lashley effect, right? Because Bobby Lashley over there, he's going to be an AEW world champion. Yeah. Relatively.
And Impact is interesting because you know what pairing always fucking cooked on SmackDown when they got paired together? Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. They always cooked. They had excellent in-ring chemistry.
And Corbin isn't a Ricochet where, like, Ricochet is going to be on the same level, in my opinion, WWE and AEW. But at least he has an in-ring. But I think he has an in-ring style that caters more to AEW fans, so he'll be technically better off because he has that in-ring style that'll cater to them more. Baron Corbin, I think he has one of the most underrated movesets of all time. But he still doesn't have that style to where I'm like, you probably just gonna be floating in the same spot. So I think TNA.
But he'd cook in TNA.
He'd cook in TNA.
Yeah.
And
sure.
bluntly stated, hey, look, if Zachary Wentz can come back on NXT for a little bit, I don't see why Baron Corbin can't. That's all. If Zachary Wentz, after the way they did him dirty, can have featured matches on NXT pay-per-views and shows, hey, Baron Corbin, after you get over you, because bluntly stated, losing your job is still losing your job unless you request for it and you have.
I think his contract expired. I think.
Oh well, yeah,
I don't know if he was released or not.
But my thing is if he ain't got no bad blood, pun intended. If he ain't got no bad blood with these dudes, hey, show back up.
I mean, he'd be working with Shawn Michaels, not Triple H. Triple H is the one who never really knew how to use him. Because even when in 2022, when he took over, he had the thing with JBL, then that ended, and he kind of like did nothing. That's
relatively quick.
I think Shawn Michaels and Triple H clearly have different visions for who goes what. And the only reason I say it, even though they work closely together, because Shawn was always under Triple H, technically in NXT, the buck still stopped with him. So Triple H at the end of the day was still the final say so, even though he trusted Shawn. Now that Shawn is actually kind of the buck stops with me now, he can kind of like if Triple H and Shawn Michaels flip spots, right? I think mid-card across the board would be better than what Triple H is doing. However, I do think Triple H is better at booking main event guys and main event talent. Just because
that men's main event in NXT is
it's atrocious. It's Halloween Havoc was
they are definitely in their transition period right now.
And Trick is doing his best, and Trick Williams is incredible. But there's just something about Trick Williams to me, even with the crowd interactions and stuff. When the bell rings and the match starts, there's just something about Trick that doesn't have the same effect as people like Breaker or Hayes before him had. Or even going further
Trick
back
Williams,
when you have
Trick Williams,
Adam Cole or Gargano.
Trick Williams is the perfect, and I mean, it's unfortunate that I got to say this, but he's like the perfect definition of the guy who's really good at chasing the title, but he's just not really a good champion, really. Yeah. I mean, it may not really be his fault because when he first got champion, I don't think they had the right contenders for him, but like even now, it just, I don't know, man.
Which is weird for a guy his size to be an underdog, but that's what he is. He's a better underdog.
Jaden, that's what I was gonna say. He talks like he like that. He looks like he like that. He has the entrance like he like that, but he wrestles like an underdog. And it was cool when he was first coming up as the Ilya stuff and the Carmelo. But now, don't get me wrong. I'm not the biggest fan of Ethan Page in ring either. I could care less about his thing, his presentation.
This thing's fire.
I personally don't care for
when I kill him with a smile. Come on.
I hate the way all ego sounds in the song. That's what I think it is. But
ego.
Yeah, I hate that.
You hate that? Ego.
Yeah. But I think that's a theme that does its job. I think you're designed to hate that because that's who he is. But in fairness, when Ethan Page was champion,
Ethan Page was a better
show. Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
NXT was a better
when
show.
Bully Ray came out, was anybody hyped or was anybody just confused as fuck?
I
knew why they did it. And
I knew it was going to happen as soon as Halloween Havoc went off air. I was like, "Yep."
I don't got a problem with that. They might end up doing like a Bully Ray and Trick Williams feud. I wouldn't be surprised by that because
they don't
got nobody for him to really challenge.
This sounds like TNA like 2015, bro. Oh god.
But I'm not gonna lie. If they do that, if Bully Ray or he'll probably go. I'm so used to calling him Bully Ray now.
Yeah.
They got the TNA partnership, so they can say Bully Ray.
But if he really tap into that, that heelish character,
he fire. He great.
But can he wrestle like he used to?
I think the angle itself will be great. I think the promos and the segments and everything will be great. But I think when it comes to the match, they'll probably make it like a hardcore match. But even still,
I just don't think Trick Williams has.
The thing that bothers me about it, and this is a little thing, but it almost feels. It almost feels disrespectful having Bubba Ray Dudley in this spot just because of one moment that happened, and it's so stupid, but it bothers me for some reason. Is when he was doing the coverage and they just had that big debut and he turned around and had no idea what was going on. How about that out of nowhere? That was he
didn't know her name.
He literally said, "Hey, what's her name?" He literally turned around to the other guy and said, "What's her name?" Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Either you pay attention to the product or you don't.
Wait, who? Who did you say that to?
Yeah, who actually the little nerd was next?
To be fair, her name changed, so he might have wanted to call her Delta, but he was like,
I don't know.
Oh, isn't her name like Zarya now?
Yeah, Zarya.
Yeah, I mean,
and it just felt like he wasn't paying attention to the show, and then now he's got to go out there and wrestle, and it feels like a square peg in a circle hole. And again, I think Mo said it to Mo's point. It's because it's in Philadelphia. They're doing the whatever, but I don't know. I feel like there was other ways of doing that.
I mean, I don't have an issue with it. I mean, if it could try to help Trick Williams, I guess, because
the fact
the way I'm looking at it is assuming this is just what I'm guessing. I don't know for sure, but the way I'm looking at it, they're really just building up Trick Williams because I think Obafemi is going to be the one.
Stand
and deliver
for sure.
But I don't think Bubba Ray in a tag match with Ethan Page and Ridge Holland is the way to do it.
When
Rich Holland won, I was genuinely shocked. I was like, "Oh, okay, I can live with that." And then he went. He attacked Trick Williams right away. That was the problem. Like, go after Tony D or something. Go fight Javon. Like, don't go to Trick right now.
The thing, there's nobody else, but who? I mean, it's supposed to be West. I don't know what they're doing with that.
West. That's what I don't
know what's going on with that.
I just knew Wesley was the next feud. I just knew he was. He literally came off of beating Zachary in that.
He came out and talked to Trick, and then Trick said, "Shut up, light skin."
But I'm surprised. I'm surprised they went back to Ethan when they did the triple threat. There was no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, I feel like they need to. That's why sometimes I feel like it's beneficial to bring up some of them people on the main roster. That's been like a Shinsuke right now. He ain't doing nothing, bro. Put him. He could be back. He could be.
I'm not gonna lie.
Shinsuke and Trick Williams, bro.
I don't think Shinsuke's washed.
Oh, it's like a one-off.
I don't think he's washed.
But
that could be a little feud though. He's not doing anything.
Shinsuke could feud with like Dante Ching or something like that, or Lexus King, and then
Shinsuke's running around doing side missions right now. He don't even care about WWE.
Man's is surfing.
Shinsuke
he could do a little something with that. Like people.
Oh my god, I forgot about Sean Spears.
Well, he's been hurt. He's been hurt.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
Oh, he's forgot about him.
Sean Spears just came back.
He got his ass beat.
They have a mixed rotation of like you said, the main roster, really good main event guys right now on the main roster. A lot of good main event top guys.
But NXT, no mid-card.
NXT,
the other way.
NXT,
no, Raw has great mid-card. SmackDown's mid-card is.
Raw has some good mid-carders, yes, but as far as presentation-wise, the main roster right now, Triple H is doing really good with the main eventers. NXT has maybe the greatest women's division I think I've ever seen in my life right now. Like this,
so good.
The women's division is literally it's like the NBA.
It's rivaling like I haven't seen like this many women be like used on TV since I watched Impact back in the day. Like when they had their knockouts division.
Yeah.
Like in the day, like Gail Kim and ODB and Tara and Mickey James. Like
2018 NXT was crazy too when they had like Shayna Baszler and all these people.
Oh man.
That was great. But they weren't even featured throughout the show like this new one is.
No, yeah, but this one is
legit. The woman could have like their own pay-per-view. Like legit. Like you have enough women to have your own pay-per-view.
I'm actually surprised they haven't brought back Evolution at this point. Like they have.
I know why they have it though. I'll tell you why they have it. Because it was a main roster pay-per-view, and look at the fucking that. That's why they haven't done it.
No, I'm saying they can make it for everybody though. It could be for main roster.
Bro. Julia, Stephanie, Zarya, Rhea, Bianca, Jade,
I hear what y'all are saying.
Io,
Charlotte. Oh man,
I hear what y'all are saying. If they brought back an Evolution pay-per-view and they wanted to make it quality and not just putting names on a paper, if they wanted to make it quality, that would be an NXT dominated show.
Yes. There's no issue with that.
There's no issue. No. There's no issue for us as fans because we're gonna get great quality wrestling on that.
Bring back a couple of legends too,
But I'm not gonna lie. If we get, let's just say, how long was Evolution last time? This was the Vince era. So how long was it? How many matches was that?
2 hours. I
think it was an 8-match card.
8-match card, right? So let's just assume we do an 8-match card again, right? Just for the sake of full 8 matches, right?
Right.
Like 5 of them are NXT because the only 3 you can build based on what they've shown me. The only 3 matches you can do are tag with Bianca and Jade because they're the stars.
Mm-hmm.
and your 2 world title matches. That's it.
Yep.
You can't tell it. But if NXT did this, let's just say this was an NXT only pay-per-view. They just had or about to have a 10-woman tag match. And there's still other stories they're telling that weren't in there, like Lola Vice and Jada Parker, like Tatum Paxley and Wendy Chu, like who's the other one that they were just feuding with right now? Who's Carmen Petrovich and somebody else to feud? So Ruther, or Brittany,
blonde person.
Yeah,
the blondes.
One of them. Yeah, the blondes.
The
right?
blondes.
So that's
1 of 12.
That's 16 women right there, all involved in something. Right? And the main thing that we're talking about was in a 10-woman tag match. The main feud that they had for the women was in a 10-woman tag match.
Yep.
I mean, it would be a lot of NXT.
I don't know what the issue. I'm trying to look what the issue is.
I don't know.
I'm saying that's gonna really, really dampen and really highlight how bad Raw and SmackDown's division.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my point. That's why I don't think they've done it.
For sure.
Because they cannot have their NXT division outshine their main roster.
We're not even talking about this year. I mean, we're talking about in the previous, because the women's division wasn't always like this bad. You know what I'm saying? Like
the fact you remember Nikita and not Adriana Rizzo is crazy. That's crazy.
Nikita. That's no knees Lions, bro.
That's crazy. No, the person. No knees Lions is crazy. I was talking about J-Rock. The fact that you don't remember her name is crazy. Anyway.
So yeah, there's a lot of different factors they could play. I mean, NXT has so many women they could feature on the show, and then you got the main roster as well, and they could always bring back, some legends in there. But I think next year they have to. I think they should do it.
Honestly, they have enough drawing power to. You have Rhea and Bianca already, and then you throw in like a
Becky,
Tiffany,
come back too,
and you throw in Becky, you throw in Io, you throw in Charlotte. You have enough star power to sell an arena. To be honest, you could sell an arena, and then you have the talent from NXT. I think they could do it. Plus Julia, Stephanie, Zarya.
Not to mention
Jordan Grace. Do you want to throw Jordan Grace in there?
Yeah.
You could
use NXT.
You can have an all-timer. You can honestly have an all-timer pay-per-view.
Here's the thing: they only do like a 6-match card anyway, and if you look at the last Evolution, right? There was 2 NXT matches, and then there was like a Legends tag match.
What were the 2 NXT matches?
Well,
Kairi Sane and
Mae Young Classic Finals.
Mae Young Classic, yeah, that's not NXT, but
but that was good. That was
great.
If they was doing something like that, okay, cool, that's fine.
Right.
My only thing was it would outshine. If y'all say bring Becky back, and sure you can bring Legends back, but most of that card is if you want quality, and I'm saying if they want quality, not just putting names out there like they bluntly stated. We all knew Evolution, even though it was good, a PR stunt. Right, we know how Stephanie and them was working at the time. If they actually wanted to do quality, that would be dominated by NXT, and it would really, really show how bad the main roster women's division is booked and the lack of depth on it. That's my only fear.
It really just be Raw. It honestly just be Raw because SmackDown's solid. Raw, you would really see
SmackDown
because there's only 3 people from Raw you can really feature on the show.
But SmackDown,
we know who they are.
I mean, technically SmackDown is solid, but the main depth wise is chilling in that tag division right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, but that's what I'm saying. So technically it floats between both, but they're SmackDown people. But I'm after because Nia still has to fight Naomi.
Yeah, that's to fight Naomi.
That's fucked up.
Nia still has to fight Naomi.
My
leg. So after that, I mean,
my leg.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Y'all are sick for that one.
Oh my gosh! But
no wonder Cora and Jade worship CM Punk. They get injured just saying.
Here you go. Here you go.
She might be a Rey Mysterio's daughter.
Like student, like teacher.
Oh
golly.
I just wonder. That's all my worries. That's what I think.
No, I mean I get it, but I don't know. I feel like that. I mean, that honestly could make Raw maybe even more competitive. Maybe Triple H doing some things up.
I mean, my only point to all this is it's not like the women's division on Raw and SmackDown is because of a lack of talent. There's no heat behind anyone because they're not booking anybody.
No, yeah.
It's just a bald man's fault.
And I was so excited when Triple H took over for what that was going to mean for the women's division, and it just seems like
it started good.
and then they just flatlined since then.
I told y'all though, main roster and NXT booking is just different, bro. It's different crowds, different people around the atmosphere appeal to. Yeah, different spots. It's just different. Like Triple H coming up to the main roster was gonna do what he could do, but I think most of us, maybe not all of us, but I think some of us probably we saw how good NXT was, and we just figured that he would just make NXT what Raw and SmackDown was. We kind of just figured it'd be the same, but the main roster is just different, unfortunately. Like everything's just different about the atmosphere. Because I was one of the people that said that I'm surprised they even put the tag team titles on Motor City Machine Guns already. I was like, bro, because when they first came out, they didn't really get a pop like that. I'm like, bro, if they did nothing NXT though, bro, they would have got a crazy reaction to NXT. You feel me? Like NXT had been cooking, but they had tag champs, so I can't. Hey, I'm saying can't say that now, but I just feel like the main roster just has a different appeal than what NXT does, and the main reason I think we all loved NXT for so long because it felt like an indie show. You know what I mean? Like it felt like it was WWE. But it just felt more of like an independent wrestling promotion because they were bringing in indie guys. They had their own people on the roster. Like it was everything you could ask for. You know what I mean? The main roster is just I don't know. It's just different. Some fans don't even watch NXT. People have been watching Raw and SmackDown for years. And I know people who don't even. Some people, when these people come up, they don't even know nothing about them. Like, who is this person? Yep. Like, how you not know who this is? Like, they're been in NXT for like 3 years. I don't watch NXT. Well, you might want to start watching then because it's where all your future talent's coming from. So
facts. That's what I try to tell them.
By the way, add Candice LeRae to that list of people who are getting zero reaction when she goes up.
I think it's about to start though. I think it's about to start. She did pin Bailey. They tried to do a little something there. I think it's slowly gonna start.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Is there something we don't know about the Speed Championship, bro? Because what's going on with it? Because everybody who wins the Speed title seems like they doing something better on the main roster.
Except for Ricochet.
Ricochet but he was doing little stuff like he was involved with the Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed feud. Like he was doing something. Like he
was on TV a little bit before that.
He got put on TV though. Like he looked Andrade. Andrade did the stuff with Mello.
Yeah. No, but I think there's Bailey, I think there's something to that, Malik. I think the Speed Championship could be. I mean, there's enough evidence there that you could positively say that it might be a hey, we see you, hang in there type of thing. Like you're pegged, you're earmarked, hang in there, you're coming up, and then that Speed Championship is kind of the putting them in reserve type thing.
Don't say Finn Balor, he's not getting it.
No, I ain't talking about that. Hey, so I was just gonna ask him a question. So how we feeling if Natalya or Karrion Kross win that speed title? Then what?
Natalya, no. Karrion Kross.
We paying
might be the best shot of the.
Natalya might be the best shot on Instagram. She doesn't even be in the ring. Just stay on Instagram.
Might just be the best shot Karrion Kross has at one of his singles title, man. Wow. Hey, Candice got them funny speed skits. Well, it was really indie, so those are done now. But hey, Karrion Kross can bring them for the men.
No, I'm just saying.
Funny stuff.
Candice LeRae literally hadn't been on TV in months. She wins the speed title. I think literally the next week she pinned Bailey. That's out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere like that. So I don't.
Tiffany, who they've been pushing, couldn't do. That was the big story.
Yeah.
Like one week you weren't here. Candice LeRae. Sorry.
Don't they got like Braun and Sheamus on speed or something?
Yeah,
Bailey has lost a lot of heat since WrestleMania 2.
I think they want more people to view it though. They're trying to get more people.
Crazy.
Bailey
has lost a lot of momentum.
I mean, Jade. I mean, if we keep it a buck, that's kind of what she do. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. Bailey's best time was in COVID. Great run, MVP of COVID by far. That was the best woman in COVID by far.
You know who that sound like?
She been cooked. Oh my God, I hate you.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Hey, he was cooking during the pandemic, and NXT.
You can't say that about Bailey.
Damage Control. I will say Damage Control started off hot. Like people were excited about EO, and
I was there for the debut.
Dakota wasn't surprised. Damage Control started off hot. They just couldn't win. They just didn't fucking win.
Bailey literally pinned Bianca.
And
then
but they stayed hot for a month because even before the Bianca match, Io and Dakota lost to Raquel and Aaliyah in the finals of the tag tournament. That moment was when I knew they were cooked.
No, that was afterwards, though, right?
No. That was before the title match. That was before the singles title
match.
They won on Raw. Raquel and I will never forget that moment because it was by far.
The Bianca match.
No, because it was that moment I said this group is cooked. They lost to Raquel and Aaliyah off rip. A makeshift tag team.
I know that was on Raw, but that wasn't before they had the Bianca and Bailey feud, was it? I thought that was after.
It was at the same time. But that match happened before the first Bailey and Bianca one.
And that was before Clash of the Castle. I think it was right before Clash of the Castle.
Exactly.
Really?
No,
bro.
Because I watched the video. I watched the video on Aaliyah's matches on the main roster, and I think Alexa, Asuka. Look because to see how bad she was, bro.
I'm gonna look up when they won.
Look at the date.
Someone said it was the go home show.
Asuka, Alexa, and Bianca all came out to chase off Bailey. I remember that in that video, and that's how Raquel and
somebody said it was the go home show to Clash at the Castle. Was it really?
August 29th,
I believe
2022. They defeated Damage Control in the finals on Raw.
Wow, I don't remember it being that.
Yeah, that would have been the go home. What the fuck?
Because I had the 6-woman tag match at Clash of the Castle.
That was Raquel's first title win. That was the biggest deal. That was Raquel's first title win.
Yeah, I remember the winning. I just don't remember it being in that time frame.
Yes, bro. That shit was so ass. Like, bro, you made a new group. It was like Io, Dakota. Hey, they look like
underrated.
Stop, bro. Stop, bro. Stop.
This is not the place for you.
Where's the sign?
The place for you.
Yeah, I need my sign. I'm slacking, bro.
Hey,
underrated.
This is gonna sound so dirty. I probably shouldn't say it. We get canceled or no.
Don't say it if it's gonna get canceled.
I mean, I said Liv Morgan was Dak Prescott, and apparently we tried to get canceled.
Okay, so go ahead then.
Hey, Dak himself says we fucking suck.
Hey, man. Nah, bro. Aaliyah.
She seemed very nice.
Aaliyah might not even be that.
She was athletic. She was beautiful. Couldn't wrestle her way out of a wet paper sack.
Aaliyah is that person in high school that they come back.
We get it.
They come back to the football games after they graduated. Right. You know, they come back to the games after they graduated for no reason. They can't get out of that one moment. What was. And you know they didn't. You know, they played a lot
about Aaliyah, and I don't want to spend too much.
The thing,
I don't want to spend too much time talking about Aaliyah. The thing about Aaliyah is that she was doing okay work in NXT when she was a heel, and then they brought her up and wanted to make her a white beat babyface for some reason. I didn't understand that move then. I don't understand it now. If they let her just continue to be a high school bully bad guy like she was in NXT, maybe she'd have done all right. Chelsea Green does all right. So, and Aaliyah probably could have done what Chelsea Green does.
Chelsea Green got more personality, though.
I know, but I'm saying it's not entirely her fault. But to say she's underrated is some wild shit. You are on crack. That's where we're going with
She's
this.
A bona fide scrub.
She's a bona fide scrub. She can't play. No disrespect whatsoever.
Nate, you know who Aaliyah is?
I love Stephen A. Smith.
What?
Aaliyah is Mario Chalmers once Braun went back to Cleveland.
Hey! Wow.
Kwame Brown.
No.
Don't get me started with him.
Nate,
Don't get me started with him
Mo,
today, please.
Y'all know who Aaliyah is? Aaliyah is Ish Smith. You should know. Aaliyah is Ish Smith.
Cook.
Yeah, passed around to every team known to man. Aaliyah is Ish Smith.
Passed around? Wait. What?
Whoa, wait. Hold on. Time out.
I don't know what he means.
I don't subscribe to that, bro.
I get what he meant.
These opinions do not represent the opinions of the No Name Wrestling podcast.
I'm not saying nothing for nobody.
No, I'm saying she is replaceable. She can be moved, and nobody would miss a beat.
Does that mean
we know why. We know why you called her replaceable. Let me stop. All right.
I don't know what you mean by that. Anyways,
Roman,
I don't subscribe to this.
So somebody had a question for Nate, so I wanted to bring it up here. I wanted to bring it up here.
You got a question for me?
Yeah. Why didn't you tag Roman in, bro? When it was time? What's up? With that?
Fuck that nigga.
Yeah, bro. Come on.
Fuck that nigga.
You see what happened? I cost yourself the match, bro. What's going on?
You get abused for 4 years by somebody, bro. I wouldn't tag him either. I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't tag him.
Oh, I do have a question for y'all. There's some people online that have complained. They think that the Bloodline reunion has been rushed. What do y'all think?
The whole
I told y'all it was.
Yes,
we're trying to get to War Games. This is nothing new.
I'm not mad at it. I wasn't upset.
Hold on. So Has it been a little rushed?
A little bit,
but I don't think that's a bad thing though. It's been good at what they've been telling. Like, it's not. I think people have to understand though. It's not going to take much for Jimmy and Jay to get back together. They are literal twins, so it's going to be hard for them to really be separated for like hatred reasons. Like, okay, if Jimmy says to Jay, "I love you, bro. I'm ready to come back. I'm sorry," Jay's going to be like, "All right." You know what I'm saying? Like, you're literally my twin. We share a room together. You know what I'm saying? We have an unbreakable bond that only twins can really understand. Roman's a little bit different. Now, if you notice, the bloodline still really isn't fully united yet. That's the reason they lost. I even pointed it out. I even made a tweet about it. Like, notice how they didn't even come out together at like
exactly.
They're not even dressed in unison.
Roman came out before, then Jay came out by himself. Jay didn't wear the bloodline colors. Like, they're not fully united together. That's why they didn't win, because they're not on the same page yet. That's part of the story. Now, when that time comes, it'll be a little bit different in that aspect. And they're already starting to kind of plant seeds for Sami Zayn. But Sami Zayn at Crown Jewel, he didn't come out for Roman Reigns. He came out for Jay. So, I mean, he came out to help Jay because Jay is still his dog. You know what I'm saying? Him and Jay are still cool. So is it a little rush? You could say that, yes, but it's not like people aren't going to eat it up. That segment they had on SmackDown, Roman said one word. He said one word. Crowd lost their mind. All he said was Yeet. That was it. People already feeling the emotion. I saw the tweets, everything. Oh, this is great. Oh, my God, bro. Like, people eating it up, bro. They know what they're doing, bro. If there's one thing that the bloodline story should tell people by now, that these people know what they're doing at this stage. It is small details in the story, and they know how to drag things out and play it out at the right time. Roman Reigns literally said one thing. He said one word on SmackDown, bro, and people literally lost their minds.
I also love
they need to do the very minimum. They don't have to do much. All they have to do is the very minimum at this point.
I love that WWE took the risk of sending Jay out there last, but it worked. It worked. He got a bigger reaction than Roman. We got the look from Roman, like what that it bothered him a little bit.
Yeah.
And I love, again, the little details. I love Cole pointing out, like, this is Jay testing Roman. Like, this is how Jay sees if Roman is really in it. Because old Roman, if he reached out for the tag and Jay disregarded it, Roman would have socked him in the face and got in his face and pushed him around a little bit. And this was Jay trying to say, all right, let's see what happens if I don't follow Roman's lead, and let's see if he freaks out. And he didn't. But like Malik said, there's also that storytelling element of now that introduces the concept of them not really being copacetic yet, which opened the door. Because that's the thing about the new bloodline is that, love them or hate them, they are 110% invested in Solo. That is their guy. They do everything he says, just like the Usos used to do for Roman. So now the new bloodline has to find a way to get that energy back without Roman being the boss. So I loved everything. The match itself, not a top tier bloodline match. It probably is. I can name several better bloodline related matches than that one was. But as far as the storytelling, everything involved in it, I loved it.
That was good.
Well, the bloodline's at a point where they don't really need to have great matches every time.
Bro.
Yeah, we know.
Just tell good stories.
It's not a knock, but their whole thing has been story driven. Once Roman pinned Bryan and Edge at the same time, like, I have not cared about a in-ring match between them ever. Like, ever since. I have not cared about it. I care about what's gonna happen after.
He had bangers.
Yeah, he
that
did.
will never not be funny.
He did.
That's Cesaro.
A lot of bangers after that, bro.
Oh, yeah. Facts. Woo. But one thing I will say, it did. But what I will say,
imagine a crowd.
So, to the point, and then I'll get to, like, after
a
that,
European crowd too.
To the point of, like, them not being together right now. They're missing one crucial ingredient. The wise man.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. The wise man. When he comes out for the War Games match, because I could be wrong, because I said Seth Rollins was going to be gone for a minute. He showed up next night. But I think he's not going to show up until the War Games pay-per-view. And he's going to be the one to, like,
bring him
together.
Bring him in. Mm-hmm. And, like, you hear that. And I think Paul Heyman's going to, like, walk out first.
Or what they should
if y'all remember.
They should have a segment on SmackDown where they're all together in the ring and they're all just, they're not on the same page. Heyman then should come out and he should get in the ring and just be like, what the fuck is everybody doing? Like, he should get everybody's face. Like, y'all need to snap back and get it together. Like,
goes to Roman last and just fucking snaps.
If y'all Y'all remember back in Backlash?
Like a bitch ass nigga.
I mean, he is a New Yorker, isn't he? But no, y'all remember back in Backlash?
I think that's part of the story element, though. Like this, it feels rushed, but I think it's supposed to be that way. You saw how it was. They rushed the group back together, and it's not working because they're not on the same unit. And Roman and Jay haven't really forgave each other yet. Roman still, you can see when Jay came out and he's doing the eat, Roman standing, he's like, oh man, this bitch ass nigga, I don't even really want to promote him. You know what I mean? But Jay, deep down inside himself, he still kind of got some animosity too. You feel me? So it's gonna take the wise man, like you said, to come back and I think bring them all together. Because, bro, I'm telling you, when Survivor Series comes around and you get that full entrance, they all come out together. Ooh,
the only thing that's gonna suck about that entrance is Samantha Irvin's not here to do the full entrance. That's the only thing that's gonna suck about it. But also what I wanted to add, right? And we'll probably get on to like everything else later, but I think it's super, super crucial. The fact that they're treating Kevin Owens as the heel, having to watch all of this, is so sick and delusional.
Yeah, he's gonna lose.
That man is the most justified man. Like, of all the justified heels we've seen.
You know who Kevin Owens is about to be? About to be the new Drew McIntyre.
Bro, but I'm saying, like, if we saw Drew McIntyre, technically he justified too. CM Punk keep costing him, right? Bro, Kevin Owens is the only one who legit did nothing wrong. And everybody's treating him like like Michael Cole on commentary was almost pissing me off. Because you're calling Kevin Owens delusional. And I'm like, bro, how is that? Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, Michael Cole. How is he delusional? He has fought the bloodline since COVID began.
He lost 4 years of his career fighting the bloodline.
Both versions of the bloodline too.
Exactly. 4 years.
All versions.
Randy Orton lost 18.
Sammy's too. That's crazy.
Randy Orton lost 18 months of his career. And Cody Rhodes, after saying he's done with them niggas, one little scrap and you join Roman's side? Are you serious? And then Kevin Owens could have taken the advantage and been, been old Kevin, but he didn't want to take advantage of Cody. Cost him the championship again. Then Randy Orton, who he said he let him in, he tried to be the good guy. Randy Orton, of all people, is going to side with the guy who took out 18 months, who teamed with the team that took out 18 months of your career? Are you serious? You're
to be fair, with Randy, the Usos took out 18 months of their career, and the Usos are with the other bloodline. Was
Solo not there for that?
Solo was there.
No.
That was before Clash of the Castle. So he was
so fair enough. But even with that, like, it's still Roman at the end of the day. Roman set the order.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So you're choosing with the guy who teamed with him. Kevin Owens is literally done nothing wrong.
The biggest part though is yet to come when Sami Zayn goes back.
Bro. Oh, he already did.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure Kevin.
I'm talking about like fully, like
when he's fully on
again,
board.
like,
yeah. Which is why, Jade, I want to bring this back to you. Because Mania, and that's why I said I was going to bring it up later. Because I know now Mania is April 20th and not April 2nd or 3rd or 4th. Kevin Owens should be the one to beat Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania.
Yeah, he should.
Kevin Owens should be the one to be. So, because when you first brought it up, Jade, I was like, ooh, that's a good idea. That's a nice story. It's all if they don't do the Randy feud, because I don't think at this point, I don't know if they're gonna turn Randy heel for that feud. And I don't see a baby. They might do Cena Randy. Who knows, right? So if they don't do Cody Randy for the legacy story, Kevin Owens should win the Royal Rumble. Kevin Owens should go on to WrestleMania and beat Cody Rhodes because, hey, now that we know it's April 20th, Cody Rhodes would have had a 365 at that point.
She is cooking.
He did the full year, and Kevin Owens, as the justified heel, can actually pin Cody Rhodes, and it'll be a moment like he finally feels vindicated for everything. He hasn't won a singles title and who knows how long, but he wasted 4 years of his career fighting the bloodline. When I said the next person that beats Roman has to be the next megastar, the one that beats him after, Kevin doesn't have to have a long reign for this. Mm-mm. I think Cody did, but I don't think Kevin does. And it would be the best. Honestly, this might be the best story you could tell with Cody. Once he This might be the best story you can tell with Cody. I'm not gonna lie.
Get this too. Hold on. You guys want money? Get this too. You guys love this guy, right? Can you imagine if it comes down to the final two and Kevin Owens tosses CM Punk out that Rumble?
Oh my God!
And then we get Kevin Owens versus CM Punk for a few months before we get to Mania. I don't know.
I thought you was gonna say Sammy, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Sammy could take the title off Kevin. We could tell that story.
If they wanted to do that.
Listen, I'm just saying.
I'm not
every day it makes more and more sense to me. I know it's probably not going to happen.
That ain't happening. So,
but
I hope it does. Now I do.
It gets.
Imagine CM Punk feuding with Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins back to back.
I mean,
two guys that hate him. Two guys that hate him. Seth a little bit more. But
has Kevin and CM Punk ever had like a public? We just know Kevin is real close with the Young Bucks and them niggas.
No, he's never.
They've never like had any other like.
I don't think they got any beef.
No.
Yeah, but it's just
I know.
But they don't need beef for it to come down.
I think Punk said something about Kevin Owens' body and something like back in the day.
You know what? I do remember.
I think like their beef isn't like Seth Rollins, CM Punk. Like they're not like fucking. Yeah. Like, but Kevin's just like and Sammy's the same way. Like Sammy doesn't like Punk either. Like,
look, all I know is that at Saudi, just to bring it back full circle, Kevin raised that chair and the referee grabbed it. Owens did not hesitate. He stunned that guy like that. Didn't even think about it. So we are just weeks away from Owens giving Orton the fucking apron powerbomb.
Oh,
and I am.
He already elbow dropped him.
I'm so ready for it.
I like how I like how they're adding both elements for Orton too, because Orton RKO.
No hesitation.
I don't care.
Hey, you already paid in advance for that.
Hey, notice how Nick Aldis.
Oh yeah, he already did pay that fine.
Well, he paid Nick Aldis, but
hey, notice how Nick Aldis.
Just give my money to him.
Hey, I think it's also intentional that Nick Aldis ain't the one taking these bumps because he's coming back soon. It's gonna be crazy.
I can see it.
Hey. Kevin Owens versus Nick Aldis after Kevin Owens been turned into a little super heel. Hey, sign me up, man. But nah, Jade, I'm fully with you when you said it. Well, I wasn't fully with you when you said it, but I am now. Kevin Owens should have absolutely bluntly stated. Who else is gonna?
I'm fine with that.
Who else is Punk? But like other than Punk,
Cena.
Yeah, I mean Cena.
Roman.
Probably.
Cena could be a 3-time. Cena could be a 3-time. There's only
tie the record.
one other. There's only one other 3-time, right? Yeah, Austin's only other.
But I will say from a fantasy booking perspective, if Owens pushes Randy too far and we get like an 09 mindset Randy versus like a 2015 mindset Owens, my God. Oh my God.
The one thing about I get the whole Triple H, when he came out with the promo and said he was trying to protect. I get that concept, but I'm like, bro, if Randy Orton really wants to tap into that side, bro, it's Kevin Owens, bro. He gonna have some competition.
No, but I think what's important, not only because Randy Orton is the babyface, because we know how sadistic he can be, but I think they're really harping on the fact Randy Orton really was not about to be back. Like we thought he was.
No, yeah.
I think harping on the fact that he's trying to protect Randy from Kevin, blah blah blah. I think that's like super important because like Randy's, I don't want to say he's on borrowed time because the way he looks, he can still move. But having like a steel rod in your back, basically,
you're
really on borrowed times. And Kevin Owens, being that the way he used to kill niggas was with a apron power bomb.
I think they
should your lower back.
They should have let Randy tap more into the story aspect, because if there's one guy that knows what Randy's about, it's Triple H. He literally tried to destroy your whole family at one point, bro. Like legit.
Kiss your wife in front of you, bro.
Yeah, so Randy could have been like, listen, I get what you're saying.
The fact that that's your boss now is crazy.
Yeah, Randy, I just wish Randy would have been like, I understand what you're saying, but like,
nigga never getting paid under me.
If anybody understands and knows what I'm capable of, it should be you. You feel me? Like you should know what I'm really about. If I'm really dangerous,
checks for the rest of his career,
man.
That's the part of the story I wish they could have dabbled into. So, I mean, there's a lot of layers they can do. I've heard the Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens match is going to be for the Saturday night's main event show. That's what's going around right now.
Owens, Cody Rhodes. That would be a good match for it to have. But
I'm not sure. They said the Survivor Series is supposed to be 4-4, so I don't know if Cody's going to defend the title against Kevin again, or if it's going to be somebody else. I don't know.
Hey, why not do a triple threat at WrestleMania?
with Randy, Kevin Owens. I mean, triple threat could be
another triple threat match with them though, instead of Logan Paul, it's Cody.
Oh, I mean, they would have a better story though this time. They had
better story, but
they're actually enemies this time.
Yeah, they rode down together in a fucking golf cart last time.
Yeah.
I feel y'all. I just think
that would be a good story though. I don't think they're gonna go that route, but that
would. But I think
I'd like it though.
I think if
it'd be interesting for sure.
I mean, Cena. I wish he would hurry up and go back so we can figure out what the hell they're gonna do. That's what I'm waiting on. I think he's coming back for War Games. I think because that's the last pay-per-view of the year. I think he'll make that in the middle of the show, just your music hit, and they'll set up something.
Well, he's already going to be in the Rumble. I don't think he'll be back until I think he'll be when we see him. It's going to be the Netflix show. Like that's when he comes out. Like,
dude, that's the first one we see him in. I mean,
yeah, that's the first time I think he'll come back.
Where is Survivor Series?
Canada.
Vancouver.
Oh, he'll be there for that. He's been showing up on damn near all the except for Crown Jewel.
So he could come out and do a little wave or something. But
I'm saying I think he's gonna come out. He'll be like, hey, Cena, hey, it's lovely to hear the people in Vancouver. Oh my gosh, are they really coming back? This is crazy. It's gonna be like, oh, it's great to be here in Vancouver and stuff. And then sets up something, his first match or something, I don't know. Or he announces he's gonna be in the Rumble, and then he'll set up his first match. When he announced that?
He said everybody, the Royal Rumble was the Elimination Chamber. He said he was gonna be there. So we
okay. Yeah, but I'm saying like I think they'll set up his like first televised match back because that's gonna be his first win in who knows how long.
Yeah, so maybe he has some TV matches in there. I don't know. Maybe he'll do a little Raw match or something like that in that aspect. I mean, I guess we'll see what that aspect does. But for the Bloodline stuff, what do y'all see happening for War Games? Because Solo pinned Roman, so some people didn't think it was gonna happen. So
they've pinned each other in tag matches now. So
yeah,
I kind of knew it was gonna happen during the match when he didn't kick out the first time, even though it wasn't supposed to be a kick out. But like the way the match was going, I'm like, oh, it kind of seemed like Solo about to get this dub here, man. It kind of feel like they're trying to build him up, for that, and it makes sense because Roman pinned Solo. Now Solo's pinned Roman. I think War Games is going to be like whoever wins is the tribal chief now. Like it's going to be definitive. So.
Well, I actually think whoever wins, I think because I don't think either of them are getting pinned. Tonga Loa, buddy.
I was about to say I could see a scenario where Roman is lining up for a spear on Solo to end the match, and one of the Tongans just takes the bullet, jumps in the way, and then Jacob Fatu is outside the cage somehow. He's climbed out and he pulls Solo to the door or something. I don't know. I could see one of the Tongans taking a pin in that match. And Solo
I think
Oh, for sure. I mean, if they're gonna lose, I don't think Solo would be the guy unless they make that like a rule, but they won't. But I mean, I would agree. I think it'll be an aspect of they'll tell the story. Whichever bloodline wins is the bloodline now, and whoever this will be the tribal chief, and everybody will have to accept it in the family, whether you want to or not. So
one thing that's for sure, Jacob Fatu's about to go insane in that match.
He's about to go crazy.
That dude's about to go crazy.
I also appreciate their efforts.
Somebody.
I also appreciate their efforts trying to make it seem like Jey Uso and Jacob Fatu are equals. But Jacob Fatu will murder that nigga. Let's stop fucking playing right now. Jacob Fatu, when Jey Uso's if he keeps looking at me like that, I'm gonna beat his ass. Yeah, I'm sure.
I said, hey, bro.
I'm so sure.
I said,
the only person that could really kind of threaten it would be Roman, just because he's Roman,
And they've been so equal, and low key Jacob has been whooping his ass for
Roman, but Roman's been making him look good though. He's been making him look like a credible threat. So, I mean, I like the aspect of what they've been doing with the bloodline stuff. It's gonna be War Games is gonna be extremely interesting as far as the build, what they do. The bloodline story just keeps evolving into a lot of stuff. So, I kind of have a feeling of how I think I know it's going to go. Somebody in Hikuleo could play a factor too if he decides to show up and help Solo win or whatever. If they wanted to do that, that could be an interesting aspect too. So I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see.
Last time I remember hearing about Hikuleo, I think he was on the NXT internal roster. So that's what I.
Oh, is he okay?
I just don't. If they're not going to bring a fifth for the OG bloodline, that's not Cody Rhodes.
Please,
I don't want to see another member right now. It's okay. Let it breathe. Establish this a little bit, because I think the bloodline should win the War Games, the OG bloodline, but I think Solo should win the singles match. Only reason I say that is because this is the first time, and I made a video about it. This is the first time in all of Solo's true wins that he looks like a legit threat. Cena, you did nothing with it. And Cody didn't matter because we knew he was about to lose. It literally did not matter. Like, we knew he wasn't going to beat Cody at SummerSlam, right? This is the first time I'm like, oh, okay, you kind of look like a legit threat now. You're kind of finding your groove now. It took us a minute to get there, but we get it.
Yeah.
He has to win the singles match because, in my opinion, there would be no point to the new bloodline if he did it. If him and Roman have the one-on-one and he doesn't win that match, there's no point. Roman technically doesn't need it. And if you really, really want to, right? If you really, really want to, The Rock came back, right? He established that he's coming back. You can have some type of thing in there, right? Like, he could be upset at the fact that he's been teaming with Cody and have a truce with Cody. He could be upset at that and this, that, and the third. Or maybe Roman could try to challenge Cody and The Rock kind of like, I'm here now, and kind of steps in front of Roman. You know, whatever we got to do. But Solo, when they have the one-on-one, I think Solo needs to win that match. And you know what I would love for them to have the one-on-one? I would love for them to have the one-on-one Friday, January 24th on SmackDown. I would love it if y'all can do that, please. Because I will be there. Because it's in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do it then. I guess we'll wait and see what happens.
He's manifesting.
Yeah. Just like I hope CM Punk and what's it called? Who somebody else. I hope they're at Monday Night Raw, December 30th in Houston, Texas at the Toyota Center. The last Raw of the year when they do. I'm assuming they're like New Year's Revolution.
Yeah, probably something with that big aspect. So what else happened on Crown Jewel? Let's talk about what's next for Nia and Liv.
That boring ass match. God damn. Oh my fuck.
It was not that boring. I think you dragged it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, it was a weird dynamic, but that match was not that bad, bro. Like, it wasn't that.
It wasn't terrible. It was just boring. I don't think
it was boring. I was genuinely interested on who was gonna win because I didn't know. I was genuine.
Until Tiffy got out there, I didn't care.
That's a little unfair because there's a lot of matches that you could technically not care until the last 10 minutes. So that's a little unfair. Yeah. And them last 10 minutes can make or break a match. Hey, nobody cared about Charlotte.
That match wasn't even 10 minutes.
Was it really not 10 minutes?
The stoppable
was like 8.
Beats the movable.
Was it really just 8?
Yeah, because it was 7 matches on the card.
I'm not
like 5 matches.
I'm not gonna lie.
So I like 5 match cards better.
I felt a while.
I'm not gonna lie. It felt like 15. I'm not gonna lie. It felt like 15.
Some matches are.
It took like 30 minutes to get to the next match, bell to bell. I was like, oh my god, bro.
Well, I watched the replay. I watched the replay, so I saw no promo packages, which was a beautiful.
Lucky.
Yeah, I saw the replay. So
real time.
Once I knew it was like a 1 Eastern start time, I was like, yeah, I'll watch this.
It was 8 minutes.
We were keeping track of every.
It was a little solid little 8-minute match. I mean, it wasn't anything spectacular, but it wasn't
terrible. It was just boring.
Wait, so
it's because it's heel versus heel.
So Tiffy and Dom really showed up with like 4 minutes into the match.
Yeah.
They had to squeeze a lot in, bro.
Dang, that felt a lot. But as far as to answer your question specifically, so I didn't know Raw was going to be in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Which, side note,
but it's in Saudi.
Yeah. Which also on the road. Yeah, and also on the road to WrestleMania. Which honestly, I kind of like that. So that way they can get home and actually rest and get used to it. But side note, the road to WrestleMania, there's like 3 Raws and 3 SmackDowns, all in like London, Germany. That's great. But they're doing a number 1 contenders battle royal to see who's gonna fight Liv since Rhea got taken out. Which you're not slick, WWE. I know you only took Rhea out because you knew there was gonna be nobody on the road to WrestleMania to feud with Liv when she comes back. So smart on you. I'll give you that.
If Rhea Ripley wins the Rumble just to face Liv, bro.
No, she's not gonna win the Rumble, but on the road to WrestleMania, she'll come back and they'll do a feud. But so Liv, she'll do the number 1 contenders. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to know the spoilers. I'm not gonna watch, but my money's probably on Lyra or Io.
I already saw it. I'm not gonna spoil it.
All right, yeah. So and then Nia, well, they're setting
it's
up
already
for
up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they already take the show.
I came across
Like the
the actual show. It's already, it's already
I saw the
Was it
spoilers
good?
already.
Was it good?
The winner is it's cool.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's on
It's
Watch
good.
Wrestling.
It's good. It's good for Liv. It's good for Liv.
But
Yes.
SmackDown, what's it called? Nia's got to face Naomi, and then this inevitable Tiffy turn that they're taking forever. Piper Niven should get a match because she was cooking.
Piper Niven's been doing some good stuff. Yeah.
I think Piper Niven should be after Naomi. I think Piper Niven should be a one-off match with Nia. You know.
Now I will say though, you got to be careful with Piper Niven because she was doing good stuff a couple years ago too. And I was at Royal Rumble 2022 when they did Piper versus Becky. Now that was the match where the sign caught on fire and came down. So the crowd was a little bit distracted. But I will tell you, as someone who was there live, that match wasn't it even before the sign caught on fire. So you got to be careful just slinging her out there.
What was that like, man? 2022 Rumble, man. Oh gosh, waste of money.
Yeah, listen.
My condolences.
Being there live, I didn't notice in the moment that I was witnessing one of the worst Royal Rumble events of all time. Because when you're there live, the energy is pumping through you. But looking back on it and watching it, go into a Rumble where Lesnar and Rousey won from the 30 positions.
Insane, bro.
The UFC Rumble.
Lesnar and Lashley was okay, and then obviously I got to be there live for the It couple versus the Hit couple, and Edge and Beth Phoenix had an awesome presentation at that
Roman
show.
And Seth too.
The Shield
and then I was there live for the Shield music. Yeah, so those were the three highlights. But that show overall, funny, I'm disappointed that I didn't go to the year before or the year after. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I went to the year after.
Going next year.
I went to the year after. Granted, I
need to go to a Rumble, man.
Granted, I had to watch Uncle Howdy miss LA Knight by 17,000 feet.
Hey, at least you got to see Bray Wyatt's last match.
Yeah, sadly. But
unfortunately,
but I saw Cody winning, them botching Nia Jax's 30 entrant. And that's when I found out, hey, I should probably never sit there again because the pyro where I was sitting, extremely loud. Like almost
you gotta see that bloodline stuff too, though. So I mean, that.
I did. That was crazy. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, I'm going to the Rumble next year. So,
which side note, I just want to say,
I'm hoping they don't mess it up. That's all I can hope for.
Well, one thing I'll say for those of you in the chat who've never been to a live WWE event,
Pyro's crazy, bro.
Pyro is extremely crazy. But one thing I will say,
specifically at a Big Four pay-per-view,
exactly.
Oh yeah.
But one thing I will say. There's stuff like when we watch on TV, we might groan. Like, I can't believe it. But like, I'm not gonna lie. I used to wonder why everybody would always get so excited to watch a Roman Reigns, like the entrance wise for like a Brock Lesnar or whatever. When he came out in that Rumble, I'm not gonna lie, I was hyped as fuck. I was like, "Oh, Brock is here! Here we go!" Yeah, it was crazy. So I'm not gonna lie, it's a whole different feel.
No, that's what I'm saying is that in live there in 2022 when Brock Lesnar's music hit, the crowd loved it, but no one thought he was gonna win, and then he did.
And he came in.
I knew.
Came in and cleared that motherfucker.
Now when Rousey came out, everyone knew when Rousey's music hit. Oh well, fuck.
It was kind of the rumor.
I said that year those were gonna be two winners. I'm like, it's gonna be Rousey and Lesnar, bro.
I told niggas before the bell rang, I was like, Brock's number 30. He's gonna be the people I was with. I was like, Brock's number 30. Just wait for it. When Roman came out and cost him the title, I was like, Brock's number 30. Watch, and exactly what happened.
Unfortunately, what's the best thing y'all seen in person? Like the best thing you read?
I'll say this forever. I have two examples because I lived an hour and a half from Memphis growing up, and then before I moved to Missouri, I lived an hour and a half from Memphis. So basically, every time WWE had a Raw or SmackDown at FedEx Forum, I was there. And I was there for two specific nights that I will never forget. The first night was the night Chris Jericho came back after all of the codes and all that stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Where he'd lift the microphone and then stop. By the way, if you go back and watch that clip, he lifts the mic and then he hears something and points. That's me. I swear to God. because I lost it. I lost my shit.
Fire.
He was about to talk, and I just went, "Let's go, Chris!" And he stopped and pointed at me. And then
it was Jade, everybody, in case you didn't know, it was Jade.
The second one, I was there. I was there for the Yes Movement takeover when they stormed the ring and Triple H agreed to
that's awesome.
WrestleMania.
That's
obviously, I wasn't in the ring. Don't go looking for me in the ring, but I was there when they stormed it, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on? Who are these people? Holy shit!"
So Jay, when you watch that, you watch that live because I can't assume, but I've seen multiple reports. Were those all plants, or did they actually grab fans?
There were a couple of plants, like Sign Guy was in there, Brock Lesnar guy was in there, but they also just randomly picked, because I saw when I was coming in, I saw people in the ticket line getting handed shirts, and I thought it was maybe like a pre-order or something. I didn't think anything of it, but they were literally randomly picking people and saying like, they were having them sign waivers and saying, "Are you comfortable being on TV? Are you physically fit?"
Crazy.
And then giving them a shirt and saying, "Okay, someone's going to come get you. Here's your seat number." No, so it was a few plants, but most of them were random people. Yeah,
wow. That's insane.
I've always wondered that too.
You said Brock Lesnar guy is like, is he the one that always does?
Yeah.
The camouflage shirt.
Don't tell me green shirt guy is a plant. Don't tell me he's a plant.
Of course, he's always there.
He's always there.
Those guys don't start office plants, but they eventually turn into plants.
Okay, because I heard through the grapevine the reason why he's always there is because he had like a family member that worked in like backstage WWE. So
I met a couple of those people, and one of the person I don't remember which one it was, but one of the guys that I recognized, he said that he works with Make-A-Wish, so he gets like he's always up front. If you see him, you notice him. But I asked him like, "How are you always here?" And he was like, he said he works for Make-A-Wish and stuff, so he works with WWE Make-A-Wish, and that's how he's always able to. But best thing I've seen. Okay, so I'll go, and then everybody else go. Best stuff I've seen in person. There's been a couple. I'm just gonna say WrestleMania 38. Just the whole atmosphere. Like being at WrestleMania is just crazy in general. Like if you've never been, the whole atmosphere is just. And seeing Stone Cold in person, that was crazy too. Getting to see him live, that was pretty dope. I was there the night Seth turned on the Shield. That was crazy.
You were there for that?
Really?
Crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was in Indianapolis. That was like something nobody saw coming because. We were kind of Batista had quit early that day, and we were kind of like, "What's his plan B?" We all thought like it was somebody else going to come out and be a part of it, right? We didn't know until I knew. The moment I knew was when Seth and Dean took that first step, and Seth and Roman and Dean took that first step, and Seth Rollins stood back, and that's when I knew, like, oh snap, he's gonna turn. Like that's just when you could feel it, and then of course when he hit him with the chair, like, everybody was like really like. People walked out of that arena like stunned, like nobody kind of really was like. People kind of walked out like, "What did we just see? Like, what really just happened?" So that was one of them. See, I've been to a couple of good shows in person. I was there. The first show I ever went to was a SmackDown back when they had the fist and everything. This was like old school SmackDown.
Classic.
First show I ever went to is the episode where it's when Undertaker and Orton have had their feud. And this is when Randy Orton put Undertaker on the back of the lowrider and backed it up into the stage and shit. First show I ever went to, like a couple weeks after Eddie Guerrero had passed away, so that's why they had the lowrider there and stuff. But the funny part about that is though they edited it on like that because they had two shows, and that one I think was the taped one. They had taped two shows, but Randy Orton, when he was in lowrider, he couldn't get the car to move at first. Like it took him a minute because he was having trouble like backing it up, and he was trying to fix it and stuff like that. So if you go watch it now, it's all edited and stuff like that. But like it took him a while for him to be able to do what he had to do. That one was crazy. The best all around show though, I mean, I've seen some cool stuff, but I went to a TNA show, TNA Lockdown 2011, and one of the best matches I ever seen was Jeff Jarrett versus Kurt Angle live in person. That was like one of the best matches. I'll never forget that because that's when Kurt Angle, he did like the crazy moonsault off the cage and shit like that. And it was TNA was lit back then too. So that was pretty dope experience.
By the way, before everyone else goes, you guys remember that real shitty Unforgiven in 2007 where Triple H faced Carlito and Carlito couldn't get his ball? I was there for that. I was there for that.
The one
too.
where Cena and Orton went to a DQ?
Yeah, I was there for that too because I remember that was peak Undertaker. And I was blown.
That's when Undertaker came back and felt Mark Henry, right?
Yeah. I was blown. I was a 17-year-old kid, and I was blown away by the Undertaker's entrance live. I've never seen anything else like it. It was incredible. But that show sucked. That show bombed. If you go back and look at the card, I'd forgotten Kane versus Kenny Dykstra, CM Punk versus Elijah Burke, Matt Hardy and MVP for the millionth time, Triple H and Carlito, Candice versus Beth Phoenix, Batista versus the Great Khali and Rey Mysterio.
Oh my god!
And then obviously it had Orton and Cena, but that match ended in a fucking disqualification. And then the Undertaker
abysmal card.
Abysmal card.
You should have went to the year before in 2006.
I'm not gonna.
This was in Memphis, so that's the reason we went. It was in fucking Memphis.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. That just gave me a great idea. We should do an episode dedicated to the worst match cards we've ever seen, like the worst match cards for pay-per-views. We should definitely.
I vote this one.
Just look up December to December. That's all you gotta say.
Oh my god!
Excluding that
Matt Striker.
I was about to say,
and I saw the build. I actually got to see somebody does a YouTube series on ECW like the first year, and I pretty much know the build to that show. And the one match they had, they literally only built to that one match, and they had other stuff on the card they could have done. They had their stories, but they just built towards one match, and the build was solid. But they literally built
match cards. Let me see. You gotta think of like just based off the show, man.
Oh, I'm still remembering shit. I was also there because I lived in West Virginia at the time. I was there at a Raw in Columbus, Ohio, the night that Jerry Lawler came back from his heart attack.
That's cool. I wasn't there for that. I wasn't there for that. Yeah. I didn't even know that was in Columbus. I wasn't there for that.
What's the best stuff? Some of y'all, if y'all got some other stuff you've seen in person?
I've only been to one show, and that was the Royal Rumble.
So you got the chair shot and shit.
Yeah.
I'll let Mo go since we're going in order.
The best show I've ever been to was this No Way Out 2009. The night Edge.
Oh, so good.
The night Edge lost the WWE title, came back. That was the night I became an Edge fan, bro. When he hit Kofi, I was dying with
that 2009. Randy Orton, Shane McMahon, super underrated match. That was
that was good. That was great.
But that ending with Undertaker and Triple H, bro, that shit was
so good, bro. We were going crazy.
2009, that was lit.
Seattle, man.
That's a good show to go to. That's a good show.
Seattle, Washington.
Where was that at? Denver? In Colorado?
Seattle, Washington. Yeah.
Seattle.
Nice.
Okay. Maybe if y'all cheered harder, y'all would still have a basketball team. But hey,
chill.
Hey,
mine was. I got a couple. I got the first Raw I went to was in 2017. It's when Big Show and Braun Strowman broke the ring. I was there for that. That was
nice.
That was fucking epic.
Yeah.
That was fucking epic.
Came up at the end, he was looking like a beast.
Yeah, bro, that shit was epic, bro. They broke that whole shit.
Crazy.
Braun Strowman.
And then
what's crazy, Mo? My kids tell me that.
That's funny.
I was at the SummerSlam both years. Well, not both years, but 2022 when Brock had the tractor.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Flipped the ring. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was going to sleep, bro. I was tired, bro. And then once he flipped that ring, I woke the fuck up. I was locked in. I was like, oh shit, that shit was epic. And then the Roman Reigns return. That's another one.
From cancer.
2024.
That one?
No. This past year. Yeah. SummerSlam 2024. OTC coming back. That was
another one I forgot. That's not really. I guess remember, but I was there. Cyber Sunday 2006, Champion of Champions.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Federline.
Oh man.
The title and Booker T retained the title and stuff.
Yeah.
By the way,
he beat John Cena.
I always say this isn't a WWE show, but this is complete honorable mention because the best wrestling match I ever saw live was not at a WWE show. It was at All American Wrestling in Illinois, AAW. It was 2011. Colt Cabana was on that card, which was really cool. But the main event that I was actually ringside for, I was ringside taking pictures because a buddy of mine was a wrestler who was on that card. And so I got like ringside passes and I was taking pictures at ringside. And it was Pac versus El Generico, Sami Zayn versus Pac, ringside.
Oh.
And they went for a half an hour. Pac did he climbed up on the top turnbuckle and then climbed up to the second layer of seating, like 6 feet above that. And then did a fucking red arrow from the seating down to the ring on Sami Zayn. And it was a 30-minute false finish fest, but it was completely blew my mind. And then like I was backstage and like I saw Sami Zayn without his mask and I got to shake hands with Pac. And but that match, oh my God, best match I've ever seen live. Still hasn't been beaten.
So you saw El Generico and Sami Zayn, but you didn't see them in the same room.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would say to some of the I've been to a couple of been able to go to a couple of good shows the last couple of years. I was also there the night when the Demon lost to Roman Reigns with the top rope and stuff like that. No, all that happened.
I'm glad I didn't go to that show. I'm glad I didn't go to that show.
You know that SmackDown. You know that SmackDown last year where Rock returned. That's where I was there.
You was there
when he came back and when he faced Roman.
Not at WrestleMania.
Austin Theory. No, Austin
Theory.
Austin Theory.
Oh yeah, because it was.
I went crazy, bro. Oh my god, I did not see that coming at all.
Well, I did because I knew he was there for the Colorado game.
Yeah,
I didn't even. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna hype myself up. And then I forgot about it. And then his music came. I'm like, holy shit.
Speaking of The Rock, have they mentioned The Rock on television since he came out at the end of?
Maybe like
they talked about it briefly. They talk about it briefly on SmackDown, but we know like when he comes back, that's when it's gonna be around WrestleMania time. So that's when
It's just weird that they plopped him out there like that for no reason.
I would say though the biggest
because he wasn't town. It's because he wasn't town.
I guess, but I don't know.
The biggest, the biggest. So you mentioned about Undertaker's entrance and stuff like that. The biggest. I never got to see his entrance fully. I only got to see the times I got to see him. He just popped up in the ring, so I never fully got to see the full entrance.
Really,
but I will say probably the craziest aura of a superstar, biggest pop I've ever seen in person was Stone Cold for sure. Like that, and pop was insane. Like that Stone Cold pop, that's a real thing. But that's legit. Like when I can't remember the match before his match at WrestleMania.
Wasn't it Slapjack?
It was Charlotte and Ronda, wasn't it?
Was it Charlotte and Ronda? Okay, so literally as soon as that match was done, I kid you not, from the promo package all the way until the end of that WrestleMania, everybody was stood on their feet. Nobody sat down. Not the entire arena stood on their feet for about 40 minutes. Not even kidding. Like nobody sat down before the promo package even started. People started to stand up because they knew what time it was, and they literally did not sit down until the show was over with, and we all had to leave. Like that was crazy. I'll say though, craziest aura I think I've probably ever seen in person, honestly, might be Lesnar. Like when you hear his music and that instrumental drops and you see him come out, he doesn't look like a human being. Like he looks like a.
That's one guy I'm saying.
He looks like a freak of nature, and I don't know. There was something different about him when he came out. Like it was just a different atmosphere. Like Roman Reigns as well, and I've seen Cena in person a couple times, but first time I saw Lesnar was an episode of Raw, just a random episode. It was actually when he was feuding with Seth. I think it was the going to the show for Battleground. It was the one when he got beat up in the ring by the Authority and stuff like that. But when he comes out, it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain
bro.
it.
At the Royal Rumble, bro, that was the first time. Like, even though it was just for a Rumble, hearing everybody like, "Oh shit, Brock Lesnar's coming," it made me say, "Okay, Vince, I understand."
It sends. And again, I was there for the Royal Rumble 2022. And again, regardless of how poor the decision was, there's no denying Brock Lesnar, when that music hits, sends electricity through the entire building.
Because it feels like a gladiator's coming out. Like when his music hits, you legit feel like he could destroy anybody.
He's the original final boss. Brock Lesnar's the original final boss.
So I've in Roman Reigns I've seen both Big Dog and Tribal Chief, but the first time I saw Tribal Chief was at WrestleMania when he had faced Brock. No, the first time I saw Tribal Chief was Extreme Rules against Finn Balor. But seeing him at WrestleMania, I felt that aura too. I was like, "Oh yeah, this Roman."
Yeah, I felt the aura, and the aura, like also like after he wins, like holding them two titles up, you're like, "Damn, but who gonna stop this nigga, bro?" You like looking at that live, you looking at him holding both belts up, like, "Damn, bro, this nigga's really unstoppable." Like he beat Brock Lesnar, I was like, "Damn."
He really him,
nobody stopping him. Yeah, bro. I was like, damn.
Also, too, watching the entire arena throw ones up is crazy as well. Like,
but by the way,
watching everybody at the same time throw the ones up is crazy.
Honorable mention, because again, I was there for the night of the Yes Movement takeover when Brian's music first hit and all 13,000 people raised both of their fingers up and started doing this. Nice. I've never seen anything like it.
That's a popularity peak. That's a popularity peak right there.
It was at the peak of the Yes Movement.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that I was in a band at the time and we played gigs and stuff. And I would say every other show, at least like 50% of our shows that we played during that time of the Yes Movement, from like the summer of 2013 to WrestleMania. We break out and end in a song, and at some point during the show, everyone in the crowd would start going, yes, yes, yeah. That shit was everywhere. It was everywhere.
Yeah. Another honorable mention, I'll put LA Knight, like 2023 LA Knight, like specifically. Like that SummerSlam pop, fucking crazy. Like that was the loudest pop all night. Like I think he got a bigger pop than Roman that night. I'll say it. Like that pop, especially when he won, that pop was insane.
Yeah, that one was pretty dope. I've seen a couple of other people. I will say Cody Rhodes too, because I took my grandma to a couple of shows and we were there a couple of times when Cody was before he became anything, but she doesn't watch, right? So she doesn't know how big people have come and how people have thrived. But the last show I took her to when Cody came out, she was like, "Is that Cody Rhodes? Like the guy who wore the mask on his face and everything? Like that loser? That's him?" I'm like, he ain't losing no more. Yeah, it's been a while. He's come a long way from Cody Rhodes.
Kobe Rhodes. Don't you call him Kobe Rhodes?
He's come a long way. So Cody's was pretty big too. A couple of people. I am hoping to see The Rock in person. I've never seen him in person. I hope he does like some like Royal Rumble.
I didn't think that was coming.
I need to feel it.
I wasn't expecting that shit at all, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I started crying. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, "What?"
I would throw in another honorable mention, and this is somebody y'all wouldn't expect, but every time they come to Columbus, bro, it never fails. The pop never fails, bro. Fucking Natalya, bro. They love Natalya, bro. They fucking. When I say she gets probably the like when I went to Raw, she probably got the second biggest pop of the night outside of Jey Uso. I'm not even fucking kidding. Probably and Becky Lynch, probably. But no, she got an insane pop. Like her pop is insane. Like when I went to SmackDown, when I went to SmackDown 2023, besides LA Knight, I think she got the biggest pop of the night. And she wasn't even on the main show. They love her here. I don't get it. I understand it, but they she won by a roll up and they fucking went crazy. You would think fucking Cody just beat Roman, bro. They went insane. Like they love her. I don't get it, but props to her, I guess.
Yeah, there's a couple of people that I've seen in person, been fortunate enough to see in person. The Rock is definitely, like I said, one of them. Specifically the final boss, though. Like I need to see that shit in person. Like that whole final boss transition. I know he'll be at WrestleMania. I'm hoping he makes an appearance at the Royal Rumble. That's all I can hope for. Royal Rumble, you know what I'm saying? Make that show up. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely, I've seen Cena a couple times in person too. He's been pretty cool. And I've seen him too when he had the mixed reaction. So I've been in crowds where it was like really like booing and cheering. And I got to feel that type of environment. It was pretty different. Same with Roman Reigns too. I was at the show where Roman Reigns beat Bobby Lashley for that match to face Brock at SummerSlam.
You mean the show after he lost to Bobby Lashley?
Yeah.
Clean as a whistle.
Oh my god, that.
And it meant nothing, bro.
So he already had beat Roman, but I was at the one when he lost to Roman Reigns. So I'm hoping to see a lot more epic stuff. Hopefully, they'll be able to do a lot more stuff. Especially like Royal Rumble. I'm hoping the Royal Rumble will be something like really, really like. Really special.
This year was
this year was really good. I like this year's.
This was cool,
especially with the unpredictability with Cody and Punk. So I thought it was. I like that.
The story was really good.
The final two was good. The final two was really good.
I like the stories going into Rumble this past year.
The Rumble meant a lot this year. Like it was built as important. A lot of times it's just it's the Rumble. So
so this year I'm hoping next year will be. I'm hoping next year it will be better. I think it will be, but because we really kind of don't know who's going to win either one. It's kind of like really, there's some theories, but it's kind of like, it's kind of up in the air right now, if you ask me, as far as, what kind of direction they could really go into.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, because they usually do about maybe 2 matches Royal Rumble. So if they do 4 matches, I'm okay with it, but I'm hoping something, big. Well, at least I can see something big. That's all I can really hope for, because the last couple of shows I've been to, I've seen some cool. Roman Reigns' return was pretty cool too. But to see certain people, certain people are on borrowed time. So I know I'll get to see Cena. Like this is probably my last time seeing him, unless I'm going to SummerSlam.
I was saying I'm hoping SummerSlam. Yeah, I'm counting on SummerSlam.
Yeah, so SummerSlam and Rumble, I'm sure he'll be there. It was a big 4s, but I'm hoping to see. I'm definitely hoping to see The Rock for sure. That's on like the bucket list of mine that he makes an appearance and does something. So
yeah.
Let me see. Went to Mania 40 both nights. That's like Mania 40 would have been great to go to too. Hang on.
That would have been epic, especially that main event.
I wish
that night too would have been sensational, man. That would have been sensational. If there's one show y'all wish I could have went to, which one do y'all think I would have?
Night 2.
39. I had the opportunity to go and I didn't go. I regret it.
Man, that's tough.
I regret it.
What about all time? If there's one wrestling show you could have picked, like damn, I wish I could have.
Go all time.
NXT Takeover New Orleans.
True, probably a takeover.
That's the show. If I had one choice, I would have went to that one.
Or All In 2018. That'd have been really cool to be there live for that entire atmosphere.
If we're going outside, I think All In 2021 when Cole and
yeah,
I would have went to that one. I would have went to that
All Out 2021. Yeah, actually,
I would have went to that one.
Yeah, those are good ones.
But what's it called? I think because NXT Takeover New Orleans was my first time watching, like actually watching an NXT pay-per-view. The first show that I watched was when Ricochet showed up on NXT, like right before to announce he was gonna be, and they were like, "Oh, Ricochet, this is his debut match," and I'm like, "Oh, I mean, he looked like he can work."
I would say if I had to pick WWE Takeover New Orleans, I don't know, maybe like ECW One Night Stand, like
2005.
Oh my
that'd
god,
have been a crazy, like just the atmosphere. That'd have been a crazy. Like
I would be there for 6 just to.
I would try to catch the shirt. See how niggas react.
I'm keeping it.
If I don't throw it back.
I'm keeping it.
Yeah, I ain't throwing that shit back.
I'm keeping that shit. Ain't tell me to give it back.
My one goal.
If I could have chose one.
My one goal though is to sit in somewhat of a like on the front row by the barricade or just up close. That's my one goal. Like one show, and I probably would never do it for like a Mania, but like Raw is in Houston and then SmackDown is in Austin. Like Raw's December 30th. SmackDown's
I don't know, man. If I feel like if I because I would definitely want to sit up close too. With them prices, like if I do it, it would have to be like a Mania or something, and the show better be 10 out of 10. I know that it better be.
For real.
But you know what I feel though?
Bad match. I better not see one bad nothing.
But you know what I feel though, especially like if you're on like by the ramp or by the front.
Bro.
I feel like being like, and I'm talking like front row, not just on the floor, but you in the back floor. I'm talking like front row. I feel like for me, if I'm that close, the show is going to be a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna just be troll. I'm gonna find a way to make this show a 10 out of 10.
For sure.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, let's go. Like, bro, and it made me. We talked about shows we wish we could have gone to, bro. I was so heated because I had just started my job, and I had to meet the teacher that day, and we were a little tight for money, so I couldn't go to the Monday Night Raw in Austin. That was gonna be my birthday present for me, and where I was going to sit was literally where Damian Priest was beating up Dominic Mysterio, and they did something else like in the crowd. Remember when Rhea was talking to Living Dom and Damian Priest just shows up right behind him?
Yeah.
I was going to be sitting on that side, like in the middle of them rows. And then they did something else in the crowd as well. I was so sick. Yeah. I was like, wow. I was like, I literally would have been there for that. So
yeah, that'd have been.
And I think
if there's one show I wish I could have gone to was WrestleMania 17. Just to see TLC 2 in person, bro. That'd have
been sick.
Oh man.
TLC 2 and then Austin and Rock. Yeah, that'd have been sick.
I would have loved to just sit and watch the debut of The Fiend all over again. I don't care about nothing else. I just want to watch that debut all over again. That's one of the few moments where I was like goosebumps flowing through my body. Like that one, I think Cody winning gave me goosebumps. There was another moment that is kind of like every time I hear it, it just like I can't remember what it was, but every time I hear it.
Mania 31's another one for me. Mania 31.
Oh yeah, that would have been cool.
I would have loved to be there for the cash-in.
Oh yeah,
that'd have been sick. That was in California. I remember that one would have been sick. Mania 31 would have been great. Mania 40 definitely probably the Mania I wish I could have went to. Like, damn.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
for
sure.
That'd have been an experience. Like, just to see that in person would have been something you'll never forget that feeling. Whatever, if you were there, you were there. I mean, but you should remember that feeling. You will never forget that feeling. That's like a wrestling. That's not even just a WWE moment. That's a wrestling moment forever.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore WrestleMania for sure.
Oh, I would want to go to. Even though I don't speak the language, Backlash this past year. That would have been fucking insane.
Backlash in France, yeah, that'd been crazy.
Yeah, that'd been absolutely insane. Or Puerto Rico, like that would have been.
I was about to say the Puerto Rico one. Yeah,
they would both be man. Yeah, they would both be great.
Backlash, I think. Yeah, our Backlash would have been lit. I definitely would love to have been there, something like that. A crowd like something like that. We don't get crowds like that over here, you know. So to be a part of a crowd like that would have been.
I will
Not
say,
even our best
crowds are starting to pick it up. Crowds
Yeah.
are starting to pick it up a little bit, but not.
Brooklyn was good. Brooklyn's starting to get back to what they used to be.
The best
Brooklyn
crowds
used to be a really good crowd.
Best crowds we probably get is probably Chicago, and Chicago not competing with what they did in France.
No.
I ain't gonna lie to you, like
Not at all.
Chicago in 2024 don't even compete to what they did in like 2018. These fans are so different,
I think the reason why is because these other markets, they only get this once. If Chicago, if they like people in Chicago, if they don't go to that Raw, they'll go to the next one. Yeah, they'll go to the next SmackDown.
That's how we feel in Denver, bro.
Yeah, like they're gonna get another one. You know what I mean? France ain't getting another pay-per-view for a minute.
Anytime soon.
Yeah, so like, I'm gonna show out as hard as I can. And also too, because a lot of these other countries they're going to, they more care for soccer, and this is how they chant at soccer games.
Yeah.
Whereas like us, we're not doing all that football.
At the NBA games, we sitting our asses down.
Yeah, and we like we not. We don't do that in the middle of games and stuff. So
we'll get hyped towards the end when it's time to get hyped. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's time to
exactly.
Hey! One of the craziest crowd reactions I ever heard was that little Ray Allen 3 in the corner. Chris Bosh rebound.
Bang.
The
you were
silent.
There?
No, I wasn't there. I'm saying like
just hearing it.
No, like
watching it back. I'm
the silence when the shot goes up to when it lands. Everybody hand in the air.
That is my God. I rewatched that game. I rewatch that game every so often, bro. I love that. That's one of my favorite NBA memories, bro. I love.
That's one of the best finals ever, man.
The Kawhi shot. The Kawhi shot.
Ooh, that was hard.
God. Yes, bro. Boo, boo. You got Kawhi yelling.
Here's the thing. That game is extremely boring until like the middle of the fourth quarter, and then that moment.
Of course. That's how most NBA games.
That's how most games usually are.
Bro, that final series between the Spurs and the Heat, they were trading blowouts. Like they were trading blowouts. Like
the Heat were about to get blown out again in Game 6. Until
football games could have been like that. I wish it could have been something like for like the Patriots and the Falcons, just to see that in person. Like I really just witnessed that happen. Like
the Julian Edelman catch.
Off
I would have loved to see the Odell catch in person. I would have loved to see the. Also, would have loved to see what's it called, Messi win his first World Cup. I would have loved to see.
Oh yeah,
because he had tried so many times. I'll never forget the year Brazil got demolished in Brazil. I'll never forget that. I would have loved to be in the crowd for that just to see how sad everyone was. He missed.
Nah, I wish that was there when the Seahawks won, bro.
Let me find out the Jets come.
The Seahawks won in Super Bowl
2013, man.
Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna lie. That game pissed me off, bro.
Why?
It was a blowout.
Because, bro, it was billed as the number one defense versus the number one offense, and they scored 8 points.
Didn't they?
And you want to know why it made me? It was a safety because of the bad
safety.
snap.
Yeah.
And what pissed me off because Drew Brees had broken the record like 2 years prior, and then Peyton Manning just breaks it again. Like,
but you know what?
Like nothing.
Yeah.
You was a Saints fan, huh?
Because back then there was always the Brady and Manning debate. But if you go to the next Super Bowl, Tom Brady played against that same defense, and he was cooking. You feel me? He even brought them back. Like, I don't ever want to hear the comparison. Don't tell me that.
We really threw out.
I don't want to hear it again. Bro. I don't need to hear it anymore.
Yeah, that conversation was dead after that. I'm not gonna lie.
1 yard line.
Even though he did get saved. Oh wow!
I mean, I know, but I mean, like the running play factor. But if he brought, like I'm saying, they were down like 24-14. He brought them back.
Yeah. He did.
He had to bring them back, in the fourth quarter. But I mean, the running definitely did.
Run the ball, motherfucker! God damn it!
I don't know what they was thinking on that one. I don't know what they was thinking on that one.
Yeah.
I'll never forget Pete Carroll for that shit. I'll never forget him.
And everybody tries to say it was a good call. No, it wasn't.
Who?
Like, no. When people talk about that, they'll be like, guys. The play call was good, just bad execution.
They only would have been good if it had worked. But
because the thing is, to me, it's always a bad play call because it was second down on the half-yard line. That's why throwing the ball is a bad play call because it's second down on the half-yard line, and Marshawn Lynch just got you.
Well, as I say, if you have Marshawn Lynch in the back, like if
he
we
just got him
handed over,
the first play he got 4.5.
If we run the ball with Marshawn Lynch, say like it's the last play. He don't score. I can live with that. Okay, you know what? We tried.
Yeah, at least we tried.
I can live with that because we gave it to the right guy.
It was
second down, and they're like, let's throw it.
Like,
Why?
You had time
At the
and you
1
had
yard.
timeouts. So even if Marshawn Lynch doesn't get it, all right, cool. You got a timeout, regroup. I'm probably giving hit.
That was the worst day at school.
I didn't even know
the next day at school was terrible.
Bro. I never heard of this guy, Malcolm Butler.
I'd never heard of Malcolm Butler before.
I never heard of that guy.
I'm not gonna lie. That's why he really got paid off of that catch. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, for sure.
No cap.
Tom Brady even, I guess, whatever. Like they said, he gave him
he gave him the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah,
truck or something.
Yeah, the truck. He gave him the truck. Yeah, like because he saved him the game. You gave us the game, bro. Like that was the game. So
yeah,
like I never even heard. I've never heard of that.
I've never crashed out so
that
much.
Day, I was like, who's this? Like Malcolm Butler.
I'm not gonna lie, that killed the dynasty. Legion of Boom
really
was about
did.
to be a dynasty.
It really did. We could have been something.
They've never recovered from that.
Nope.
Yeah, they never did. Yeah.
Didn't we lose first round the next year after that?
Or second round?
I think second round.
Yeah,
but then Brady, because he went on to have two, because he had the epic game with the Seahawks, and then the Falcons game was like a year or so after that. So he won like two Super Bowls. Was the most crazy Super Bowls I've ever seen.
Yeah, because then Broncos had the no-fly zone. That's when he lost to Brock Osweiler in the playoffs. Never forget that. And then what's it called? Yeah, that was crazy. Bro.
Like Brady's had Super Bowls where he should have won.
Never heard that name.
He won Super Bowls that he should have never won. So I mean, it's different.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think the two Super Bowls that he should have lost that he did win was the Falcons one, and he should have lost Legion of Boom. But he also lost to the Giants twice.
They should have beat the Giants.
That's so wild.
They should have. I'm not gonna lie. They should have beat them twice.
They should have beat. And realistically, if they should have beat the Eagles too, he had 500 yards.
Nah. The Eagles one. I'm not gonna lie. That was a destiny team. I'd never believe. I wholeheartedly believe the Eagles were gonna win that game.
It won me some money.
I feel like I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I'm saying that's a game that if you look at how he played, they should have won the game. Like he did everything he could.
I mean, Nick Foles played just as well.
He had 500 passing yards though. 500 passing yards.
He didn't have to because he had LeGarrette Blount back there running that rock. You feel me?
That's what I'm saying. Brady had to do a little more. You feel me?
But Nick Foles still had like 360 something. I think he had 3 passing and a
Nick Foles was cooking though. He was cooking.
Yeah,
and that was the season Carson Wentz was going to be MVP too. He was cooking that year.
I'm not gonna lie. And if Carson Wentz was there, I think the result was going to be the same. I think Carson Wentz would be a Super Bowl champion right now if he was still playing. They would have won. It would have been all the same.
It could have revived his career. It could have helped revive his career a little bit. All right, we can talk football up there if you guys want for a little bit, but we're gonna go ahead and end the pod. We'll be back next week, man. Make sure you guys subscribe, enjoy the podcast, man. Let us know how you feel about Crown Jewel and stuff like that. We got some good episodes coming up soon for the pod, so make sure you guys stay tuned.
Worst pay-per-view cards.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's definitely got to be a thing.
We can do that. Worst pay-per-view cards. We can.
You want to make a tournament? Want to make another tournament?
Yes.
A little tournament.
We should do another tournament.
Would I rather
rewatch the worst pay-per-view of all
That's a crazy question.
And we'll have reference sheets for like the cards.
Yes. Oh God.
Yeah.
Because there's some stinker. Hey, especially during that first brand split era. Hey, there's some abysmal cards on there.
You talk about No Mercy.
No Mercy, Judgment Day, that 2003, bro. Chris Nowinski. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
What the fuck was that?
My girl just scared the fuck out of me. She's like right here. I did not see her.
Christopher Nowinski is crazy, yeah.
I think about this.
Yo, Bad Blood 03 is a terrible card too.
Sorry.
Yep, I just watched a review yesterday. That shit is ass.
Bad Blood 97 too.
Bad Blood 03.
Hey,
W. Triple H and Kevin Nash in the Hell in a Cell, bro. No, thank you. No fucking. That's a main. That's your main event.
The only thing I remember about Great Balls of Fire is Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar and Alexa.
That was a good card though. That was a good card.
Alexa Bliss showing us she's double jointed because that was crazy.
We ain't putting that on the tournament.
Yeah, I would say I don't know SummerSlam 2018 preview, Backlash 2018 preview too. Yeah, that one's pretty bad.
What was the SmackDown and Raw era where they were doing only branded pay-per-views? Just put all of them up there.
Some of them was fire. Some of them was fire. Some of them was fire. But I'm talking about like the first time they did that, they had some abysmal cards, bro.
Some of those were good. Some of those were really good. No Mercy 20.
Because you just didn't have a mid card.
Can we go look back at them bragging rights pay-per-views as well? That was basically just for
those are mid.
We're gonna see a lot of 2010s pay-per-views.
No, I want to read you because I actually went back and looked at this the other day. Y'all not gonna believe this, bro. I'm gonna read this entire thing to y'all.
Oh hell no.
So Royal Rumble 2012.
Someone said Great American Bash 04. No, stop.
Royal Rumble. Oh, the Concrete Crypt. Man, I can't read about that. Concrete
stop, bro. Please stop.
So 2012 Royal Rumble, right? I was looking at WWE YouTube and I saw that. And I was like, you know what? I haven't watched this match. And let me just see what this Rumble looked like. I will watch that match, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. The star power, the lack of star power is crazy in this match.
It's so bad.
I'm gonna tell you every person they had in this match, bro. Number one was The Miz and Alex Riley. They had the little feud. Okay, so that was cool.
Oh my god. Sorry.
So you had The Miz and Alex Riley, R-Truth, Cody Rhodes, right? Before Cody Rhodes was American Nightmare, so mid-card Cody at the time.
Right.
Justin Gabriel, Primo, Mick Foley, Ricardo Rodriguez.
I think I said Primo.
Santino Marella, Epico.
Wait, is this the 40 man?
No.
This is the year after. The year after.
This is 2012. Epico, Kofi Kingston, Jerry Lawler, who was on commentary,
Bro.
Ezekiel Jackson, Jinder Mahal, the Great Khali, Hunico.
Oh my god.
Booker T, who was on commentary, Dolph Ziggler, who had a match earlier that day, Hacksaw Jim Duggan,
Oh my god.
Michael Cole, who was on commentary, Karma, aka Awesome Kong,
Oh my god.
Sheamus, who was the winner, 2022. Now we're at number 22. This is number 22, by the way. It's all the way up to 22.
Oh.
23 was Road Dogg. You had Jay Uso, who was a nobody.
Tag team.
No,
Jack Swagger, Wade Barrett. Number 27 was David Otunga. 28
Bro.
was Randy Orton. 29 was Chris Jericho. And number 30 was The Big Show.
What an abysmal Rumble. Oh my god.
No,
that
look
was
at
terrible.
95. Look up 95. 95.
We're not doing this again. 95. We're not doing this Dukes the Dumpster.
2012 might have the
We're
worst.
not doing that.
What
bro.
was
We're
the
not
rest of
doing
that
95.
card?
Huh?
What was
We're
the
not
rest
doing
of that card?
Yo.
Was it like three other matches?
So, by the way, I'm glad you asked.
It's like 3 matches. It was like 3 other matches.
There's a lot of matches on there. There's 7 match card.
Really?
Well, counting the pre-show.
match
The
crazy.
pre-show was Heath Slater versus Yoshi Tatsu. That was the pre-show.
Yoshi Tatsu, a name I
This was
know.
before. This was
On a
before
regular-
they started airing that. This is before they started airing.
Yeah, but
pre-shows.
on a
They did that after
regular
me.
show, on a regular card, it was 6 matches. So we had
We're
triple
not
threat
done with
cage
the
match.
matches.
You had Daniel Bryan, Big Show, Mark Henry.
Okay.
Oh, I
8
remember that.
Diva tag team match. Beth Phoenix, Natalia, the Bella Twins versus Kelly, Eve Torres, Alicia Fox, and Tamina. John Cena versus Kane. Cena and Kane could have been in that Rumble, by the way. They both could have been in that Rumble.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
They didn't even have the ambulance match. They could have definitely been in the Rumble.
This was Cena and Kane in a double count out, by the way.
I mean, I see why Cena wasn't in it, but Kane.
I see why Cena because he had Rock. He had Rock.
Kane should have been in it.
Kane should have. Yeah.
The next match, this was an actual match that happened on the show.
Don't you say?
1 minute and 5 seconds. Brodus Clay beat Drew McIntyre. That actually happened on the show.
That is squash match on a big 4, bro. Like this is fucking 1985, bro.
Yeah, Brodus Clay defeated Drew McIntyre. 1 minute and 5 seconds.
Oh.
CM Punk versus Dolph Ziggler. That was the match that
I remember that.
John
remember
Laurinaitis,
that.
special guest referee.
Yeah.
And then the 30-man Royal Rumble 2012.
Abysmal.
Oh my
Abysmal.
god! Mind you, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read the Rumble one more time, just so people can grasp.
No, bro.
The Miz, Alex Riley, R-Truth, Cody Rhodes, Justin Gabriel, Primo, Mick Foley, Ricardo Rodriguez, Santino Marella, Epico, Kofi Kingston, Jerry Lawler, Ezekiel Jackson, Jinder Mahal, the Great Khali, Hunico, Booker T, Dolph Ziggler, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Michael Cole, Karma, Sheamus, Road Dogg, Jay Uso, Jack Swagger, Wade Barrett, David Otunga, Randy Orton, Chris Jericho, The Big Show. This was a Royal
This
Rumble
is
match. This was
Nah,
an actual
bro.
Royal
Nah,
Rumble match.
bro.
So ass, bro. Oh my god.
The lack of star power in
Hey,
2012 is crazy.
Hey, do me a favor.
Insane.
Go read the 40-man Rumble.
Oh,
2011?
please, God, no.
Read the 40.
You gonna see like
I
you gonna
hate that
name,
Rumble
you just
so
basically just name off the core in the next.
I
at the time.
honestly
That's-
really thought
Bottom
that was
5
gonna be-
Rumble,
I was,
bro.
I
Swear to
mean,
God.
2011. I was like 14. I thought that was gonna be so good, bro. It was gonna be so good.
Yeah, it was horrendous.
All right, so
Winner's horrendous.
the match card before we get into the Royal Rumble, where was Triple H? Triple H was in a feud with the Undertaker.
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
Triple H wasn't even wrestling. He was a CEO, COO. whatever.
So the regular card, we had 2011 Royal Rumble. We had Edge versus Dolph Ziggler for the world title. Alex
the
Riley,
Mickey feud. I remember.
Alex Riley versus Randy Orton. I'm sorry. The Miz versus Randy Orton for WWE.
I'm about to say. Okay.
Fatal 4-Way Divas match, 5 minutes. Eve Torres, Natalia, Michelle McCool, and Layla. And then the 40-man Rumble, which Del Rio won. So we're going to get into this 40-man Rumble. So number 1 and 2 was CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. Started off good.
It's good.
Justin Gabriel, Zack Ryder, William Regal, Ted DiBiase Jr., John Morrison, Yoshi Tatsu, Husky Harris, Chavo Guerrero, Mark Henry, JPG, Michael McGillicuddy. Didn't even know. Chris Masters. Didn't even know he was in this. David Otunga, Tyler Rex, Vladimir Kozlov.
Oh God!
The Great Khali.
Bro, this is awful.
Ryan.
Bro.
Wait, is this the Rumble with the new Nexus?
New Nexus.
And then Booker T comes out and
Yep. The return of Booker T happened. That was big. John Cena. Swaggle. Tyson Kidd, Heath Slater, Kofi Kingston, Jack Swagger, Sheamus, Rey Mysterio, Wade Barrett, Dolph Ziggler, Diesel returned, aka Kevin Nash, Drew McIntyre, Alex Riley was number 34. The Big Show, Ezekiel Jackson, Santino Marella, Alberto Del Rio, Randy Orton, and Kane. Woo!
Terrible.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I don't care what anybody says. Santino should have won that Rumble.
Stop.
I don't care. Santino should have won that Rumble.
Vladimir Kozlov.
No. Santino could have been Kofi Mania and WrestleMania before Kofi Mania and WrestleMania.
Oh, relax.
No.
B. Hogan is back. No,
you want to know why? You want to know why I believe it could have been? Look at the way they reacted in the Elimination Chamber when he almost beat Bryan.
I get that, but no, that
he could have
Edge
been
versus Santino Marella. That's what we want to do.
Kofi and Daniel Bryan WrestleMania.
Stop.
Bro. I'm just saying. Hey, you don't even if you don't want to do it that year, when he was in that Elimination Chamber, he almost beat Bryan. Hey, that just showed me they could do it if they really wanted to. That's all that showed me. No, they weren't.
Anyway,
bro, you know how many people kicked out of the Cobra at that point? That was a lock finisher.
Yeah, it was protected. I'll give you that.
Bro, when he hit that, I was like, no way.
But like, I feel like they cheered on some troll shit. Like, if it was like a Kofi, what the fuck? If that was like a Kofi man,
we
would have got a real. I can't
continue.
You got it, G. You got it, G. I'm sorry, I can't even continue. You got it.
Somebody said 2013 was as bad. Let's look at this. 2013 pre-show was Antonio Cesaro versus The Miz, U.S. title. Del Rio versus Big Show, Last Man Standing. Team Hell No versus Team Rhodes Scholars. This, and of course, Rock and CM Punk.
Wait, Rhodes Scholars.
Yeah, Damian Sandow and Cody Rhodes.
Oh, I forgot Damian Sandow was in a team with his nigga.
Royal Rumble match, we had Dolph Ziggler and Chris Jericho. That's when Jericho returned. Cody Rhodes, Kofi Kingston, Santino Marella, Drew McIntyre, Titus O'Neil, Goldust, David Otunga, Heath Slater, Sheamus, Lord Tensai, Brodus.
He had heat at the time.
Who did?
2013? No, he did not. Nigga was Brodus Clay.
He was with Brodus Clay.
No, I'm talking about. Oh, okay. So
when was
Brodus Clay eliminated?
When was he spraying green mist on?
That's in the hog
2012.
Oh, so the year before. Okay.
Let's see. Brodus Clay, Rey Mysterio, Darren Young, Bo Dallas, who came from NXT. The Godfather.
That's crazy.
Wade Barrett, John Cena, who won that year. Damian Sandow, Daniel Bryan, Antonio Cesaro, The Great Khali, Kane, Zack Ryder, Randy Orton, Jinder Mahal, The Miz, Sin Cara was 29. And number 30 was Ryback.
In fairness, at the time,
Ryback
wasn't that bad of a Rumble.
He wasn't
that bad. That wasn't that bad of a Rumble. And Ryback, I'm not gonna lie, niggas really thought Ryback was finna beat CM Punk. Like niggas was I'm not gonna lie, Ryback at the time. So like Ryback is the kind of guy I get his gripes with WWE for not pulling the trigger when he was the hottest thing ever. However, nigga drags it and you suck.
No, the lack of star power is crazy. Now let me That was damn near 10 years ago. This was this year's Rumble. Let's see how much the star power has actually changed compared to this was the men's Rumble this year. Jey Uso, one of the top 3 most popular guys in the company right now. Jimmy Uso, Grayson Waller, nice man. Andrade's return, Carmelo Hayes from NXT, Shinsuke Nakamura, Santos Escobar, Karrion Kross, Dominic Mysterio, Carlito, who's part of the Bobby Lashley, Ruben Kaiser, a little surprising
at that time.
Austin Theory, Finn Balor, Cody Rhodes, the winner, Bronson Reed, Kofi Kingston, Gunther, Ivar for some reason. I don't know why he's in there. No respect to Ivar.
He wasn't. He didn't have he wasn't in the team. His partner was injured.
Yeah, Ivar, Braun Breaker, Omos, greatest of all time.
Yes, sir.
Pat McAfee had a wasted entrance. They didn't need to put him in there.
That was so stupid.
Danny McDonough, R-Truth, The Miz, Damian Priest, CM Punk, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn. So it's got a little bit better compared to what it,
a little bit better, but it a lot better quality wise. But like even then, like 15 or 14 of those names, I'm kind of like, The other ones,
but you gotta
fill the card.
I know, but when we were looking at the other name, well, for those ones,
niggas ain't have no Epico.
Like 25. Hey,
Hunico.
Hey, why do we forget
Vladimir Kozlov in 2011? Are we serious?
Hey, hold on now. Let's not disrespect Hunico and Epico. From Puerto Rico, the greatest place to
that was vacation. Primo and Epico, nigga.
That was Primo Epico. He's G Hogan. Hunico from Mexico, I think, bro.
Hunico is Sin Cara, bro.
Hunico's teammate was Mexico. That nigga's Mexico.
Hunico's teammate was Commando, my nigga.
Was he the Sin Cara that was always messing up, or
no?
No, the first Sin Cara is that.
This is the Sin Cara that was in Lucha Dragons.
Yeah, the second Sin Cara.
Yeah,
there's 2 of them.
Okay.
There was one.
So who was the first one?
Mystico. The first one was the guy we don't know.
Mystico.
His name is Mystico.
Yeah. Oh, Mystico is the first Sin Cara?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
He's doing great now.
Yeah, but
he's great outside of WWE.
Was 2010 Rumble that bad?
2010 Rumble was tough.
So 2010 Rumble's top 5. Who was the Black Sin Cara?
Yes.
Who was the Black Sin Cara?
2010 Rumble was top 5.
No, top 5. That's crazy.
Oh, so Hunico was feuding with Mystico.
It's pushing it
at that time, and then Hunico took over to be.
Let me see who's all in this match. Hold on.
2010, bro. The Punk Sermon, the Shawn Michaels story, like that. They had good star power.
That shit was like that.
You're looking at the depth, but it's not top 5 though. It's not top 5 though.
It's top 5. I don't want to.
Top 5.
It's top 5. It's like that, bro.
Wait, the 2010.
It's at least top 10.
Who won that?
2010. That's the one that
Edge's first. Edge's first one
with Shawn Michaels, and he had the dramatic entrance. But that's the one that like they didn't have too many people in the end. It was like 5 people at the end of the Rumble. So you had Dolph Ziggler, Evan Bourne, CM Punk, JTG, Ray Khali, Beth Phoenix, Zack Ryder, Triple H, Drew McIntyre, Ted DiBiase Jr., John Morrison, Kane, Cody Rhodes, MVP, Carlito, The Miz, Matt Hardy, Shawn Michaels, John Cena, Shelton Benjamin, Yoshi Tatsu, Big Show.
Why do you hold on now? Because I feel like Yoshi Tatsu get a lot of strays right now.
He getting strays is crazy.
Like a motherfucker. He's not even that
bad. With John Cena and Shawn Michaels. Come on, bro.
What number is he? What number is he?
21.
21? Okay, that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Yoshi at number 21 is kind of crazy.
He was in the same ring with John Cena and Shawn Michaels.
That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Didn't he get eliminated right away?
Yoshi Tatsu lasted 29 seconds.
He was a consistent mainstay on WWE program.
Mainstay is crazy.
Big Show, Big Show, Mark Henry.
If you can remember Brad Maddox's name, you can remember Yoshi Tatsu.
R-Truth.
Barely remember that nigga.
Jack Swagger, Kofi Kingston, Jericho, Edge, and Batista.
That's a good Rumble.
And everybody lasted. Yeah, everybody lasted 5 minutes. The only people that lasted over 20 minutes.
Cena was the Iron Man, bro. He's the shortest Iron Man in Rumble.
27. John Cena lasted 27 minutes. Shawn Michaels was 23 minutes.
Yep.
Those are the only 2 people in this match that lasted over 20 minutes in this Rumble.
That's the shortest Iron Man performance of all time. Everybody
else was, some people had 8 minutes, some people had 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Triple H had 17, so he had a little decent showing. But like Batista was in there for 5 minutes. Jericho was in there for 2 minutes. Edge was in there for 7. He won. He won the damn thing. So
great Rumble.
2010, cool. It's not top 5 though. Top 5 is crazy.
I'll stand on it. I don't care. I'll stand on it.
Top 5 is crazy.
I'll say top 10. I'll give it top 10.
It's at worst top 10, but I'm staying.
At the very worst. That Rumble cooked, bro. That Rumble cooked.
It was cool. It was cool. It was all right. It was cool.
Better than 2005, but we move.
No. 2005.
Yes.
No, 2005 is better for sure.
Yes.
Definitely better. And way more star power for sure in 2005.
Yeah, more star power.
Way more star power.
Better story. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, 2005 had Cena Batista in the final 2. That alone.
But that's Shawn Michaels' story. That's Shawn Michaels' story.
Better finish.
That's Shawn Michaels' story alone, bro. That's Shawn Michaels' story alone, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's one of the best Rumble stories they've ever told.
The botch finish
with somebody in the room.
That's one of the best Rumble.
Yeah, the botch finish is all time. That's all time.
Yeah,
that's like
better than 2010 finish, but
it's all timer.
2005, bro.
2005 is all timer. I'm not going to pretend like
2000, bro. No, 2010 not better. I'm looking at the people that's involved in this match right now alone.
Bro, watch the match.
That's my favorite Rumble of all time. 2005.
No, I'm talking about 2010. Watch 2010.
I remember 2010. It was a cool Rumble. It was cool. Just top
Punk
5.
just sitting there talking to shit every time someone would come out.
2005. Eddie Guerrero, Benoit, Daniel Puder. I don't know why he was in there.
They just chopped the shit.
They chopped the shit out of that nigga, bro. Was it Hardcore Holly next or some shit like that?
Hardcore Holly, the Hurricane.
Yeah, they chopped shit out of that.
Enzo Suzuki.
All right. Edge,
Rey Mysterio, Shelton Benjamin, Booker T, Chris Jericho. Those guys were back to back to back. Those are top guys right there. Luther Reigns, Muhammad Hassan will come in one of the biggest heels ever. They messed that up.
Should have been, yeah.
Orlando Jordan, Scotty 2 Hotty, Charlie Haas, Rene Dupree.
Oh Lord.
Simon Dean.
All right, we're scraping. Shawn
Michaels, Kurt Angle, the coach. Down to the coach.
We're scraping. We are scraping.
These names are like so familiar to me right now because I'm playing the old
Jindrak.
SVR game, but
Mr.
oh my god. That
Paul
roster
London,
is fast.
He had one of the coolest eliminations of all time, by the way.
For sure, the close one.
Trouble.
John Cena, Gene Snitsky, who was over at the time.
Yep.
Kane, Batista, Christian, and then Ric Flair was number 30. So I don't know why he's number 30.
That's not bad.
Bro, that number 30 was hilarious because you know how Eddie stole the number? Rick was trying to get it back.
He almost was number 30.
He stole the wallet.
I don't know. One of them might have the most stacked the most stacked.
2020 is my favorite of all time.
2020 is stacked. 2018
is great.
2018 is stacked. Oh my god.
2001 is stacked as fuck.
Yeah.
92. 92 got it. 92 got it. If we're talking stacked rumbles, 92 got it.
Yeah.
2018 was pretty stacked. I don't know. Rusev Day, Finn Balor before he was cooked, Rhino, Baron Corbin.
I love
Heath Slater, Elias, who was still over at the time.
Then this is the one where Heath Slater kept getting like
best rumble to me. I don't know about y'all.
Andrade Cien Almas, who was NXT champion.
Yes, sir.
Bray Wyatt, who was kind of cooked. Big E, Sami Zayn, Sheamus, Xavier Woods, Apollo Crews, Shinsuke Nakamura, who was over, Cesaro, Kofi Kingston, Jinder Mahal, Seth Rollins, Matt Hardy, John Cena, the Hurricane, Aiden English. Adam Cole from NXT, Randy Orton, Titus O'Neil at 25 is crazy. The Miz, Rey Mysterio, who returned, Roman Reigns, Big Dog Roman, Goldust, and Dolph Ziggler at number 30. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that was when they had the
all-timer rumble.
That return pissed me off.
I think the women's is better though.
I really wanted to be Jason.
I like the women's a lot that year, 2018. That was really
you like the women's one better?
Yeah, the women's one was really, really good.
Better? I don't know about that. The women's one,
because 2018 was good. The best rumble.
That's one of the
best rumble to me.
Nah, that's not the best.
The women's?
No, the men's. To me, it's the best.
Oh yeah,
but the best
ever
that they've ever done the rumble. I swear to God.
I'm gonna have to rewatch. I like 2020.
It's so
2020 because
2020
is my favorite because they told two stories like at the same. It's
my god.
That was the last. That's really one of the last great things Vince ever did was the 2020.
Facts.
That
the Brock domination into Drew Claymoring him out.
And the Edge return. That shit was so fucking beautiful, bro. Watching that live, bro.
It brought me back, bro.
That was. Bro, I was with my roommate, bro, or my friend. He was sick, and I was holding on to this nigga. We was excited. This nigga was sick, and we was like going crazy.
Nah, bro, 92 is stacked as fuck, bro. 92 is
crazy. That's the one where Hogan,
Michaels, bro. This shit is Bro, they had everyone from the Golden Era that was the top star was in this Rumble, bro.
And then Hogan was trying to be a babyface, but he did a heel move.
He pulled a heel move and then Sid had to turn heel.
Made no sense.
They could have just done Hogan and Flair at Mania, motherfuckers.
They should have, bro.
I don't know why they never did that.
And they did in WCW with it.
Right away, as soon as he got there.
Yeah, they said.
It was like, all right, yep, get to it.
Get to it, niggas.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys for coming through. We'll be back. We're gonna do worst match cards, so we'll have to have to dive into my bag and look at some of the worst match cards I've ever seen.
Yeah, I gotta figure this out too.
Yeah,
unless something crazy happens in the next couple of days.